I have started the recording. We
2 minutes late from our 30-minute
2
delay.
minutes late from our 30-minute delay. We're starting our recording of episode 32 of Act 3. We left off mid-battle with a cult. Luna is still standing at around 50% health, indicated by the fact that she appears bloodied. Outside of that, though, she does not see any immediate signs of slowing down or relenting. Ravenna, on her last turn, fled, and given that she has an initiative of like +4 or something and rolled a net 20, she is at the top of the turn order still. I have over she. Where is she? There's a one tab. I don't have a you. Come here.
Oh wow, look at this guy going. Everyone else is late, doesn't even have his stuff
I
full.
have my snap lock up now. It's really simple too, because she's gonna do something crazy called dash. That's a move you guys have probably never heard of.
Yeah, I've actually never used it before. Not once or twice.
Up the stairs, looking up at the Chantress.
I plagiarized 7 times.
You remember, guess who's up next? It's Roger. Now, remember how you asked ChatGPT what you should do in this situation? And ChatGPT said consult your Dungeon Master, and your Dungeon Master said that you should probably just triple dash.
Well, there's actually 7 things that it told me to do, so we need to run down the whole list.
Well, it's your turn, so figure out which of the 7. You technically have had a week to figure out which of the 7 you're doing. Go ahead.
I have thought about this, actually.
Good.
And I'm gonna leave.
All right. Triple dash?
Yeah.
Okay. Good. We're gonna say that's a nice, cool.
Well, in a sense, he would somewhat care about Ted. He is gonna realize that this is a losing battle, and that Ted is gonna have to sacrifice himself,
Ted is not
or
really even on his side.
not per se that Ted has to sacrifice himself, but he's going to die no matter what.
Correct.
So he might as well not make it in vain.
So true. That will be your turn, unless you can think of anything else you're gonna do.
I'm gonna make a mental note to add Ted to the book.
Okay.
He's gonna have a long and detailed page.
Yeah, my question is, why is it called triple dash?
Because he's dashing, bonus action dashing from cunning action, and then
What he means to say that it's
really
triple.
it's
triple movement speed.
Movement.
Yeah.
But I like saying triple dash because it just sounds fun.
How much? So how far did he just go?
90 feet.
And that's not triple. That's not double dashing at all either.
Well, it's 2 dashes because it's
and 30
you can So you can use 30 movement, then you can use your action to dash, and then as a rogue you can dash again as a bonus action.
Dash, but Mario Kart and all that.
Double dash.
Oh no, I was only wondering because I was thinking if it's triple dash, wouldn't it be 3 times 60,
technically
which is
3 times
180?
30 plus 30? Yeah.
Well, no, dash is 60.
Well, no. Technically,
It doesn't like double your movement. It adds your movement
it
to your
adds
movement.
to itself. That's actually one of the most commonly misunderstood 5e rules. It does not double your movement. It takes your movement and adds 1 times your movement. So if you double dash, it adds 30 plus 30 plus 30, 90. If you could triple dash, which I'm sure somebody can, like a thief rogue with 2 bonus actions, they could triple dash and get 30 plus 30 plus 30 plus 30. Anyway.
Whoa.
Sidebar over. Ravon and Enchantress's turn. They are at the top of the staircase. Are we doing anything other than running? You do see Ravenna at the foot of the stairs below.
Yes, I had. Last time I had been able to, because I'm a nat 20, connect with the minds of everyone in the area.
Correct.
Without being overwhelmed.
Correct.
So since I can sense Roger, and is he technically within 30 feet of me?
No, he's down. He's maybe within 60 feet. Yeah, he's within 60 feet of you. But he's like 10 feet down, 40 feet over.
I'm trying to see if I would be able to, tell him where I am.
He probably knows. I imagine he's going the same place.
Okay.
There are only 2 ways out, and they're just 2 staircases on parallel sides.
In which case, yeah, I'm just gonna I'll probably just dash.
All right, 60 feet with Enchantress holding your hand, making sure that you do not trip. The priest is downstairs, I'm pretty sure, as his bishop. I just don't have multiple layers for everyone. I'm gonna move Peter, Harold, and Sylar out of here because they're probably running, not really knowing what's going on. And I think we're just gonna leave that at that. Because next up is Valder is dead, rest in peace. Greg is dead, rest in peace. Ted, my man, you're up. Roger has fled. I'm gonna remove the corpses. Steve was a cultist. Valder's head is behind Soluna's body further back. Greg is in several parts. The two sleeping cultists have not woken up. And the skeleton just cast a spell. Eustace is also dead next to you. You're in pretty good cover right now. But Luna is staring you down.
Yeah, I'm just gonna run at her and do my multi-attack.
Oh wow, that's actually kind of heroic. As the skeleton is about to cast a spell, Luna heralds him back before putting away her bow and pulling out her own longsword to two-hand it as a reaction.
Good for her. I'm gonna roll a couple dice here for this multi-attack. Alright, we got... Goddamn, this red die, don't quit. 24 on that one.
Yes, sir.
And then we got 17 on the other.
Just a miss. Chinks off of the armor, but the one hits and it hits well. Roll damage, please.
Alright. Where are my d6s? 4 plus 6, 10.
10
piercing damage.
Fairly
Where's the
respectable. It is, it's a short sword. It's freaking weird. Luckily, it doesn't actually matter. She's just got, we can just say it's slashing. That's
it doesn't. If it doesn't matter, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
All right.
That block's in shambles.
Would be up, but instead instead of attacking, he's gonna try to move out of the way here. He's gonna move 15 feet. This is actually debatable. I guess I should just. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Just move another 45 feet as fast as I can, and we'll see how it goes. Yeah. Alright. This is going to be a bold play for Luna, which she's really banking on the fact that she can kill you this round. Here we go. How much health do you have? I know it's metagaming, but I'm just curious.
I wrote it down, so I have 33 health.
Okay.
So good thing I left.
There's a chance you survive this. She is two-handing her longsword. That is a 18 to hit. You haven't used shield yet, have you?
No, I haven't. I'll use shield.
You use shield. Your AC is now 21, am I correct?
You are correct.
You've increased your survivability by quite a bit. Ooh, but a 13 plus 8 is a 21 to hit. That will land. The other will not. The good news is you have only been hit once. This is still going to hurt though. Buckle up. The slashing damage is going to be 9 plus 3, 12 slashing. Looks like you will survive, plus 8 poison damage. You do not need to make a con save because that is only applied to the longbow. So again, that's I believe that's 12 and 8, so a total of 20. You have survived.
I will survive.
Alright.
I will not survive this.
Growls under her breath, saying, "You're costing me time."
Yes!
That is my goal.
I think that's going to be it. The cultists are basically still irrelevant. We are back up to Ravenna, who's going to climb up the stairs, which I guess that would technically impose like 50% move or whatever. I didn't do it, so I'm just not going to do it. 15 and then 45. She manages to catch up with Siobhan and Enchantress, only barely. And then we're back to Roger as well. Double dash? Since we
sure, yeah.
Right.
I'm still downstairs.
15.
Yeah, I'm still downstairs.
Now you are upstairs. And now you have another 30. You are right behind her.
I would definitely just group up with everyone else.
Yep. Alright. Enchantress and Siobhan. Ravenna and Grover are right behind you. What would you like to do?
Hold on. So even when we dashed,
Yes. It is still your turn, so you can dash again. So technically, you guys would probably still be running, but I mean, it's turn-based, so while you're running, you can hear him.
yeah, no worries. It was just funny. I was like, damn, we are slow.
It is, well, Ravenna was technically right behind you. After
Yeah, Roger is very fast.
Roger is just a fast man.
It's very funny. Let's see. What do you want to do, Shosho? Are there any any places that look like possible for hiding?
Let me think about what this room is, because I never furnished it. The room is largely a hallway with a few desks. There are confessional chambers, or what would appear to be confessional chambers, that could suit as hiding places. I'll draw those in order for the sake of it. I think what this is should be. I'll put them here. Put some more discs. Alright, that's what you got.
Okay. Sorry for making you do that. I think we're just gonna run.
Well, gotta know. Gotta be equipped with all the information.
Every second you delay is another second Ted gets to live.
That is true. Alright, 15 feet.
I'm gonna write a best-selling book about Ted's
clear
final
the door,
stand.
Just barely. Well, and guess what? We're back to him because everyone else is running, and he can prolong this substantially because of shield.
Yes.
Go ahead, Ted.
You're never gonna believe what I'm gonna do. Short sword attack.
Yep.
Very bad. It was like an 11.
Nope.
Natural 20, baby!
Oh!
It's full squad, baby!
Holy cow, Ted! Okay, bro.
I'll roll my 2d6s, thank you very much.
Go ahead, nullify that freaking resistance, man.
16 total damage.
Woo! That is actually, I believe, a move that has done the most damage outside of Ravenna's Mind Blast thing.
Yeah, baby!
So congratulations. Alright. Soluna is impressed. He said, "You would be a great warrior in the Hells. Too bad you'll, well, actually, you'll be there quite soon." Ooh. 2 of those are gonna... Okay, well, there's a 19 and a 21. The 19 can be blocked if you shield again. The 21, of course, will still hit.
I gotta do it.
You gotta do it, it's true. This could be it. It's likely gonna be it. 9, almost max damage, plus 3. And, oh, the poison is bad. We got an 18 poison damage.
Oh, if it wasn't for the poison, he would have lived with 1.
Ted has fallen and is being recruited to the Hells to serve in the Blood War. Rest.
He's gonna do so well.
He is going to do so well. He will not be a leader. You've earned Soluna's respect. We may bring you back as a warrior of the Hells, Ted. Alright. Well, I can... Oh, just kidding. I can fly. 60 feet of flight. Boom. The skeleton's just about to say, "They're getting away." Oh, never mind. Not that anyone can hear this, because everyone's dead. The skeleton, of course, is gonna run as far as he can, a full 60 feet. The bishop, of course, at this point, is going to step in and cast Turn Undead. Or whatever
What a
that
legend.
spell's called. It is Turn Undead, right?
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah. Which means... What the heck? Of course it's... Show me the spell, you idiot. Oh no, maybe it's just Turn Dead. It's a class ability thingy. Bro, it's gonna be impossible to find this. I just need to know what the DC for the wizard, because it's a
Oh, I
wizard
see.
save, I believe. Right?
Yeah, it should be like plus wisdom, plus proficiency or something.
Yeah, I'm just gonna make a roll. Oh, he got an 18. Well, okay, whatever. It's fine. 17 plus nothing. Well, it was worth a
8
shot.
plus proficiency plus wisdom
Yeah,
for clerics.
and it is a wisdom save, right?
Turn undead. Each undead that can see you must make a wisdom saving throw.
Yeah, well, he did it. Rip. Alright, that means nothing happens, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, if it fails, it is turned for 1 minute or until it takes any damage.
Yeah, well, it was worth a shot. Alright. Ravenna emerges from the door, 6 feet. Roger.
I'm following everybody. If everyone's leaving, I'm leaving as well.
Everyone's leaving. You can get ahead of the pack slightly.
Ted doesn't exist anymore in my mind. I think it's best if I stick with everyone.
Alright, stick with the pack.
We'll get a whole page. I will never forget him. That
You-
doesn't exist anymore.
Well, no, like he's dead. Is what I mean by that. Like, even if, well, I guess he is dead. But even if he was alive, he is dead. As soon as I left the room, he died.
Oh,
Like mentally,
buckle up, boys.
in my mind.
Buckle up.
Crashing through the
You hear, yeah, correct. You hear the sound of the floor cave in on the stage and echo throughout the house. Whoosh! And Luna flies up, longbow in hand, and seeing Grouger, who's quite a distance away.
I don't have my boomerang anymore.
I have
defend
a
myself.
longbow, which
Longbow
means,
range is crazy.
Wait,
yeah,
are these pillars in front of us, or is it just like
they're
chairs?
fused. They're just stone fused. There are pillars on the side, but they're built into the walls, and with only it's a 5-foot square. I can't get that detailed. The stage is elevated. Saluna flies out of it. It was also made of stone. Skeleton cast mold earth. Saluna emerges and is going to make 3 longbow shots at Garager. That is
that's
a
not
9 to hit. That is a nat 20. And that is a 19.
good.
Goodbye, Garager. Now I'm gonna do
Kinda actually true.
I'm gonna do the one that isn't a crit first, because the crit technically possibly has the chance to insta-kill you, although probably not. But I'll just save that one. Ooh, did it roll the wrong? Yeah, I rolled the wrong dice. Longbow, also a D8. Alright, buckle up.
I'm buckled.
Piercing is not too bad at a measly 6. Poison is also not too bad at a measly 10, but you do need to make a con save.
Ooh, I'm
16
good at
damage on the
these.
first shot. Go ahead and do that.
And he uncanny duck.
I don't think
Yeah, I
Well-
should be able to, but I might want to save that one.
you are definitely going to want to save that one for the crit.
So I got a 0 on the con save.
That's terrible. You are poisoned.
I'm really good at being
Disadvantage
poisoned.
on attack rolls and ability checks. There is no cure. There are no repeated saving throws. You are poisoned. I am
Is
sorry.
that 16?
There is no
16
cure?
total damage. There is a cure. I am not telling you the cure. For all intents and purposes, he's poisoned. I just wanted to let him know that he can't remake the saving throw.
You gotta suck out the poison. That's the cure.
It's gonna be good. I was waiting for that to happen. This one's gonna hurt. So definitely uncanny dodge this one. The damage is very bad. That is a 24 poison damage and 10 piercing for a total of 34. Uncanny dodging, of course, becomes 17.
I mean, I have 11, so
Great. Well, you are poisoned, which means you're not really as good in the fight, but you are alive, which is good.
no, I'm down. I had 11 health when I got hit the second time,
Okay, well, then it's...
so it.
Okay. That's a shame. Dang. You'd been hit... had you been hit in the combat? This
Yeah.
week? Oh, wow, okay. I don't remember.
I think I got shot once by Saluna
You
already,
did, and it was already a big one. That's right. You just...
and I
succeeded the
don't
con
have
save.
health.
Correct.
There's a very specific reason on why I don't really
Yeah,
engage in melee combat often.
Yeah. Okay. Well, shoot. Enchantress can almost do nothing. She does have... Actually, no, it's not her turn. It's Ravenna's turn. And what can Ravenna do? Because the dumb broad is so far away.
She can sacrifice herself for the good of the people. Come on.
Not on my
It's totally in
stuff
character for
up.
her.
Okay, I can do my thing again. And this counts as magical damage. This is worth it. I am spawning an insect plague on top of Luna, who needs to succeed a con save. She failed this time, Let's go. Which she did fail, right? She doesn't have like a plus a billion.
Ooh, a +8. You needed a +9.
19 damage. As magical insects for the second time swarm Saluna, covering the whole insect plague. I don't know how big it is. I don't really care. I just need it marked so that I remember that it's there. Which is the AoE. It's 20 feet, so it's close enough. It's fine. The skeleton is below. Nah, Luna's flying, so I can't get the skeleton as well. It's fine. It's fine. She's not doing well, actually. So if we do this, pretend it's 20, and then add 1. Luna does not have much left in her. That is, however, going to be Ravenna's turn. Siobhan and Enchantress.
So Siobhan's going to see Grodger go down in front of her,
Yep.
and very quickly she's going to drop. No, I don't want to drop because I don't want to use half my movement to get back up. So I'm going to continue running, but as I'm running, I'm going to cast Cure Wounds.
Okay.
And I promise you, it won't do much. I promise. But at least you'll be alive. If it would, you know what? I am done with these dice on here. They don't want to do what I ask.
For real.
You know what? Screw it. Oh, you get 10 points of HP.
That's not bad.
Alright, so I'm back up.
Alright. Are you running 30 feet to the right? Are you trying
And
to
then
open
I-
the doors?
And I just I can't pull you because that would make me slow down. So I start running straight out the door, but I look back, like I try to make eye contact with Roger.
Okay. Are you trying to open the doors? The main set of doors?
Yes.
They are currently shut with a beam across them. You can undo the beam, which is heavy, or you can try to make your way to the door over to the right, but you don't have enough movement to get there.
No, I definitely don't.
You also can't even really do anything. I could let you lift the beam as a bonus action, maybe, but not really. So I think
No,
you're pretty
that's
much out of
fine.
options. In
That's
which case,
fine.
Enchantress is immediately going to move in front of you, and she, I'm going to need you to make a perception or an insight check. She raises a large 5-foot cube of stone in front of you as cover.
So you need me to make an insight check?
Insight, perception, you don't need to, but you can. Because Enchantress just did a spell, but it looked weird.
Okay, I will. I'll use my phone this time. Let's see. Let's do insight. It's a 12.
Alright. As far as you know, that is not what Mold Earth looks like. She looks to be casting an illusory spell. So you recognize the hand movements of that of minor illusion. She's
Hey, just
attempting.
a quick question about what the Enchantress looks like.
Yes.
I'll just keep the same insight. Anything about her?
Long black hair, pale blue eyes, and yeah, you can't see her face right now. Her face looked very striking.
Well, I guess since I can't really do anything else, yeah, that's all I can do for now.
Okay. All right.
Unless you counted like talking as something.
You got like 6 seconds technically, but you did a lot this turn in terms of other.
Yeah,
stuff.
I'd say it's fine. Yeah.
All right. The skeleton is nowhere in sight. Luna still is, and seeing how Crocker is back up, she flies about, say like 50 feet forward, still about 10 feet in the air, to get the sight line on Crocker. She could fly higher up. And I think actually she will. She'll fly about 20 feet up to see if she can get a sight line on Siobhan and Enchantress, but seeing the Grouder's up, she's gonna just pick him off again. Say, no, you don't.
Question.
Yes.
If he had fallen, because he was downed, does she see that he's up? If he's behind the chairs?
Well, she does now, because she's like 20 feet in the air, I imagine.
Okay.
So, either way, it's going to be him or Ravenna. I'm going to go for him again. That's a 1. And that's a 17. Grouder does a 17 hit.
Yeah.
Huzzah. And I'm not going to waste another shot on you. I'm going to shoot Ravenna. It doesn't matter. So, that's 17. Kablam! Let's do more than 10 damage, please. That's more than 10 damage. Get down. Bam. I have stolen your turn from you. Alright. Great. What should I use as Ravenna?
He's down again?
Yeah, she shot him immediately. One shot missed, the second shot hit, and then she shot at Ravenna and missed. Ooh, what can I even do? There's so little I can do. Freaking I'm gonna do a vicious mockery, and Ravenna's just gonna yell, nice shot, idiot. Well, okay, well, she rolling that 20 on the wisdom save, and just says, your insults need work, darling. So great, that's that. Is that an action to cast? It is, isn't it? Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna get in front of Grouder. Yeah, I can't do anything else. Enchantress, I don't know if she can do anything either. She sure can't. Unless... it's worth a shot. I mean, it's worth a shot, technically. I mean, she doesn't know. It's impossible. Yeah, she's gonna go for it. She doesn't know. Exiting the cover, Enchantress is going to attempt to cast Sleep at the first level on the Arrhenius, which could technically, theoretically put her to sleep if I literally roll max everything. But, you know, there's only one way for Enchantress to find out. Sleep has no effect, although the Luna does seem to be taken aback. It didn't have no effect, but is unsuccessful in putting her to sleep. Siobhan. Enchantress ducks back behind her illusion.
Alright, Siobhan's going to run over to Grouder.
Yep.
I'm going to use Cure Wounds again.
Yep.
And as a bonus action, I'm going to use my aberrant mind to connect with him so that we can talk to each other.
Okay.
As long as we're within 5 miles of each other.
Yep.
Let me roll for Cure Wounds.
Yep. While you do that, I'm gonna move Funny Guy. Funny Guy emerges.
Okay, 8 points of healing.
Okay.
And I'm going to tell Seluna, and I'm going to stand right in front of him. I'm going to tell Seluna, I will not go with you. If you kill him, you kill me.
Okay. Alright. The skeleton. No, I need to do that perception check. Nope, gun can't see anything. He's gonna run another 30 feet down, jump off the stage, avoiding the plague of insects, and attempt to view the pews. Seluna is just gonna say, fear not, I'll only kill the witch. Oh, yikes. I think all of those are gonna hit, because that's 2 21s and a 20. Hey, can I do anything to dodge those? Anything at all? Anything? No?
You can die before the rest of them hit.
Yeah, I can't do anything about that. But, okay. You fool. You idiot.
Lost it.
Everybody pay attention. I've been waiting
All
for
right.
this. I've been waiting for this to happen. All 3 arrows hit Ravenna. Arrows tipped with a most lethal of poisons. 9 plus 9 is 18 damage to Ravenna, all exclusively piercing. She shrugs off the poison as if it is nothing and hisses. Staluna picks up on this and goes, wait a second. Flying closer, landing on the ground and swapping to her longsword, readying up. I think Ravenna is up, and she is going to bull rush Staluna. I just use this. This is something. It does magic damage, so. Well, okay, not if I roll a frickin' 13. Alright, well, offhand attack. Okay, I rolled a 13 and a 12. That was a 2 and a 1. So that's cool. That's fine. 2 whips. Staluna just laughs as she effortlessly dodges Grudger's up.
What to do? Alright, well, first I'm gonna get off the ground, I guess. That's step 1.
15 feet of movement gone.
Let's see. What type of tools do I have left in my disposal? I don't know what I want to do. I'm gonna do the dodge action
Fair play.
and just kind of like see what's going on.
Anything else?
No.
Alright. Enchantress is gonna step in front of Siobhan. Siobhan,
Mm-hmm.
you're up.
And all right. Well, I guess with people standing in front of me, I don't have a clear shot on Staluna, do I?
Correct.
I guess if I just step a little to the side, would I be able to see her now?
Yeah.
Okay. She's going to say, I'm sorry, Luna, but you've got to let us go, and I'm going to cast, I don't even know if this is going to hit. Sacred Flame.
Okay.
I need a dex saving throw.
22.
Okay, it does nothing.
Yeah.
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 And then I go back over in front of Roger.
Yeah. Okay. The skeleton. Ugh, it's finally in a... this is so awkward. It's gonna awkwardly make its way around the pews. There's a line of sight on... Ravenna. If everyone's standing up, you can see them. 60 feet away at the furthest. Perfect. Skeleton speaks in a whisper that can somehow be heard across the room. Sleep. And Roger's probably going to be the first to go on that front.
He's a half out, so he has advantage.
He does.
Spells it.
I don't think he might be immune to this. Actually, is he immune to the sleep spell?
Advantage on any effect that would make us go to sleep. Siobhan and Graduate.
Yeah, but it's not a roll. it's starting with creatures that have the lowest push. Each creature affected by the spell falls unconscious until the spell ends. Sleeper takes damage. Blah blah blah. But creatures immune to being charmed aren't affected by this spell. But I don't.
Well, it just says end magic can't put you to sleep.
Then I don't think this is specifically, I think, an instance where that won't work. Well, shoot. Well, Enchantress is asleep. Although, actually, if it targets the creature with the lowest hit points, it's gonna burn Roger. Siobhan, how many hit points do you have?
Well, 12?
12.
14.
14 times 24. That's not even enough. It actually won't do anything. Actually won't do anything because you do have the lowest HP and you're immune to half elves. Yeah, the skeleton goes,
Oh, damn half elves!
in which case, that's that. And Luna is going to unleash on Ravenna. Wow, those are all going to hit again. Every single one. Did not roll below a 15 base. Okay, this plus 12, right? What do we got? No, I'm two-handing it. Give me the big die. Give me the funny big die. Boom. It's max. That's 16 plus 12. That's 28. Shot, shot, shot. Yet again, though, even though Ravenna is getting absolutely pummeled, the poison is completely unaffected to her. It seems to just meld with her bloodstream and do absolutely nothing.
But the regular, like, piercing damage looks to be doing effect, or no?
Correct. She is not in good shape. And she's extremely angry. And I'm just gonna see if I can actually hit Luna this time. I rolled a 1 again and a 12, which will give me a 22, which she cannot parry. Yarg. 9 piercing damage straight through the armor. But that is it. Roger's up.
Okay, I'm gonna use my short bow.
Okay.
I'm gonna fire.
Okay.
Well, I might move a little to the side to be able to actually like get line of sight.
You can do that. That's easy.
Oh, oop, that was the wrong die. You know, maybe let me go turn on hard.
You maybe should. Or you should roll a physical dice.
I
One of the
could do that.
That's what I was
John
doing.
hasn't even joined yet. That's crazy.
All right, well, rolling on physical die was the worst possible solution. I rolled a 1.
Yeah, I rolled 3 of those this combat. Some in our favor, some not.
So I fired and I missed.
Yeah.
But ooh, you know what I should do? I'm gonna use my funny thing. I make a deception check, and they gotta
Yeah. Plus
contest
you rolled
it.
18 plus something.
Oh, well, that's not good.
Yeah. Is it a wisdom save?
Yeah.
24. If it's a deception check, it would just be.
I think I do a deception.
Oh, and they
No,
do
wait, never mind.
insight?
They do a deception. I do an insight.
Okay, well, it's a 20.
So I got a 21.
Oh, well, you did it! By 1. Enchantress is asleep. If you're not doing anything else, Roger, Siobhan's up again.
Yeah, that was all my stuff. So
Great.
Um,
Oh, by the way, as Enchantress is put magically asleep, the illusion dissolves, but not only that, her true face is revealed, as she's no longer disguising her face.
and what does she look like?
She looks shockingly similar to you.
I know in my heart of hearts who this is. Anyway,
Maybe, not really.
no. Oh, you never know.
She bears a striking resemblance.
Yeah. Okay. Where's the skeleton?
He's chilling, he's up here,
That far away, isn't it?
60 feet away.
60.
Yeah.
And I have him make actually I'm going to roll, see if I do something against him.
Are you
Jeez,
casting
know
a
what?
spell? No, you're not. Counter spell. What were you going to cast?
It was a cantrip, so
Oh, okay. Well, not taking any chances. Counter spell.
okay.
Anything else?
Burn those spell slots.
Yeah, spell slots. Yeah.
You've been keeping track of the spell slots, right?
You know, when creatures are bound by power scales that would require them to track spell slots, I do.
He's cheating.
He is cheating. Ted died for nothing.
No.
Clearly.
Ted has a gun. He's betrayed me.
It's actually irrelevant with the level that he's casting spells at. There's no point in me tracking them.
My God, he switched sides.
Yeah.
If your God has switched sides.
As a bonus action, I'm just gonna convert my sorcery points to another first level spell slot. And
Dick, I'm just gonna fireball the venom. Oh, and it's gonna hit. Yeah,
gonna fire bolt or fireball?
Firebolt. I should clarify. Still 21 damage.
Should
though.
clarify.
So, kablam! Ravenna has 21 HP. And guess whose turn it is? Hit. Hit. Yeah. Meow. Oh, that's almost max damage. 16, 22. Ravenna is down. Yoinky splanky. Upon her being down, it seems a magical aura overcomes her, of which you are not certain its origin. However, she is immediately revived. I should just do this digitally. She's immediately revived, regains 30 hit points. Boom.
May I attempt an Arcana check?
You certainly may.
Uh-huh.
Uh-oh, I actually just broke D&D Beyond.
Classic move.
16.
There seems to be some kind of contingency spell being cast.
Or activating? Okay.
Correct. And it is doing multiple things. Where's the damn spell that I'm looking for? Why can't I find it? I know what it's called. Why is it not showing up? I just need to read the
Mend
description.
butt crack.
No.
That's a pretty good spell.
Bro, D&D Beyond sucks when you're looking for
You ever just like poop
That's
a little
what
too
it
hard and
is.
you're like, I
There
need member
you
crack right now.
are.
Try
My
shutting out of there, smooth ass.
Special boy. My special boy.
A little too hard, and it's like, ah, it hurts, mom.
I don't know how many people even know what something like this looks
Yeah, I
like.
don't know.
But, boom. Oh, doesn't have a name. Boom. Guardian of Fate, question mark, spawns over Ravenna.
Question mark?
Yes. It immediately hovers over her in regal white and gold with a giant spectral longsword and a shield. Luna needs to make a dexterity saving throw, which I think she fails. Correct.
20 radiant damage.
So Luna almost dissolved. Is in extremely bad shape, and it's Ravenna's turn. Immediately revived. You know what? We're gonna do this in style, and if it doesn't work, it's gonna be funny. Hold up. I have to think of a
You
good,
didn't see anything.
I have to think of a good insult, or I can't do this. This is important. 'Cause otherwise, think about it. When the insult's better, it's more likely to hit. That's how it works. So hold on. What do I got? All right. You want a better insult? Go back to hell. She succeeded the saving throw. I'm gonna kill myself. Yeah, man. This stinks. Fine. So she's alive. It's Roger's turn.
All right. So now, since my ability actually procced, I have advantage.
Yeah.
I shall shoot again.
Yeah.
This time, I will hit. He says to himself. All right, my first roll was a 9. That's not great. Second roll was an 8. So 14.
Yikes. No.
All right, as a bonus action, I will. You're stupid.
All right. It's Siobhan.
Siobhan's going to go over to Roger,
Yeah.
and I'm going to cast Mage Armor on him.
Okay.
So Roger, your AC. I hope this actually makes sense since I can't ask outside of it. Becomes 13 plus your dex.
Okay. 13 plus my dex. Okay.
Dex modifier, sorry.
Yeah.
Do you imagine?
Mm-hmm.
13 plus whatever your dex is. Well, I have a dex of 20, so I have 33 AC.
And
Dex wizard.
and then Siobhan's just going to duck and like tap the enchantress.
Okay.
Try to wake her up.
Yep. We'll see the results of that next turn. Seluna is going to disengage, backpedal 15 feet, and say, "This isn't over." The skeleton begins casting plane shift, to which Ravenna immediately says, "No, you don't." They have to succeed a DC, which, do they succeed? What's the DC? The DC is 10 plus the spell's level. An ability check using spellcasting, but wait. Oh, she's gotta make the ability check?
Yes, you've got to roll her charisma.
crap. Okay, wait, hold on. Spell attack is that. We did not. Yeah.
Your charisma
Counterspell.
modifier, right?
Yeah. Well, it's your spellcasting ability, so it is just your charisma modifier. I barely. Oh no, I didn't do that because the frick, piss didn't work. Seluna and the skeleton fade away as interdimensional something nonsense energy washes over their circle and dust on the ground settles. They are gone. Ugh. Okay, well that was exhausting. Ravenna has some hit points. And she seems to be sort of tapping out of things temporarily. Alright, yeah. Enchantress is in the process of being woken up by Siobhan. She goes, "Oh, heavens, what happened?" Oh, you're alright. And she immediately looks up at Siobhan. Says, "Are we safe? What happened? Where are they?" And Ravenna just says under her breath, "They got away." Yeah.
They put you to sleep. Thank you for all your help. If you don't mind me asking, who are you?
"Oh, sweetheart, I'm your aunt." And then she hugs you.
I'd like to insight check.
Okay. You don't trust nobody.
I never do, never have. I surely do trust this one.
What did you roll? A 5?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't know what that means. This means you can't tell if she's lying. All you have is the fact that she does look kind of like you. She has your eyes.
Mm,
Or you have her
Okay.
eyes? Something.
Who owns these eyes?
No, I specifically don't.
Do you have your father's eyes?
Mm, mm,
Would you like to know?
I can't remember. It is possible.
I don't know.
Screw that. Forget.
I don't remember.
Yeah. Yeah, it's fine.
All right. Well, Ravenna says, okay, well, it's about to get a little bit more crowded. So, yeah, I can't stop what's about to happen. I mean, it's fine. It's just annoying. All right. You have about like 30 seconds.
Of what?
No, you don't know. I'm just telling you. Ravenna says something's about to happen.
Just drop distress call. Church blows up.
I'm
Apache helicopters.
mm, I am going to psychically say to Garage, is there a chance we can try and get away?
Surrounded by Ravenna, phasing into existence with what appears to be a teleport spell, are elite warriors, the likes of which you have never seen. They are in deep purple robes, purple and black, with Saleh helmets, similar to what Grouder recognizes actually as the style of helmet used in the Lucine Asylum prison. Their armor, in fact, seems to be very derivative, although the paint job is not quite the same, and instead of the Lucine prison guards, which armor was worn down and dirty, all of these gentlemen have pristine black metal armor with dark purple robes and gold highlights. Their
I don't think
faces
so.
are entirely covered by masks, and they immediately begin forming up a defensive formation. One goes,
Lady Ravenna, is the area secure? Are you all right?
yes, I'm fine. I mean, I died, but what we were trying to kill, which we were very close to killing, by the way, ran away. Thank you for being here. I guess you might as well stay now. We need to get back to the castle.
My lady, I will need a full report.
Yes, we'll get there. It's been a day. Okay.
Very well. Is there anything you require of us? Are you sure that you're safe?
Yes, we're fine. We're just leaving. We're leaving now. And she goes to open the door, and it's still battened shut. And she goes, "Yeah, we're leaving this way. Go, fall out." And the honor guard immediately rush. There are a few members of the priesthood still making their way around, including the bishop. There's two Peters. That's weird.
I have a question. I don't know if I would even know this. This is a church dedicated to Coralon, right?
Correct.
Do they do sanctuary here?
Do they do sanctuary here?
As in, if you claim sanctuary, the church is like a safe space that you cannot be taken from.
Yes.
Siobhan looks up, seeing the markings of Coralon. It's being familiar. If she sees the bishop and so approaching,
Yep.
she's going to say, "I claim sanctuary."
That's a bold move. You're going to be currently drowned out by the sound of the honor guard. Immediately going, hold, yelling at the bishop, and he goes,
Why heavens, what's going on? I'm really
And she's going to just keep yelling it like the hunchback of Notre Dame. Sanctuary! Sanctuary!
It's like Michael going, I declare bankruptcy! Hold on. I gotta figure out. Wow, this Guardian of Faith is really just chilling here for 8 hours. Well, that's something. He is here. Running forward, the guards are still around Enchantress and Grouder. Ravenna is gonna go back, and hearing Siobhan amidst all the chaos, he's gonna tell her guards, "Stop! Hold! Cease! Shut up! Whatever. What are you saying?" Goes up to Siobhan.
This is a temple of Coralon, and is one of the people who. This is a temple of Coralon, and is one of the people who, one of his worshippers. This is a safe space.
It's clearly not a safe space, given that there was a murderous super cult underground that we just saved you from. So I'm going to say that your claim to sanctuary is null and void. I imagine the bishop would agree. Would you not, bishop? And the bishop is going to say,
Well, actually,
No, Did you just attempt to charm me? Ah. You wench! You come into this place, disrupt the peace, and now you attempt to charm me, an elven elder of the Church of Corlan. You have no respect for our tradition.
yeah, well, you're running a murder cult in your basement.
I had nothing to do with that. And the fact that you are invading this space, what is this young girl doing here? What claim do you have over her?
And she says, I'm training her. Also, it's none of your business, and Sanctuary is irrelevant. Again, murder, death cult. It's going to be dangerous if I leave her here with you. How do I know that you're not complicit?
How dare you? How dare you claim that I am complicit?
And it just erupts, and the honor guard are chomping at the bit to attack. And it hasn't quite happened yet, but their swords are up, and the bishop backs off. And Ren says, try
Siobhan,
something. Try something. Go ahead, try something.
you know, it's one thing to attack the Church of Corlan. It's another when they're protecting the daughter of a member of the High Elven Council.
The bishop
outplayed.
shocked, and he goes,
You are. You have
He's
much
rebooting.
to answer for, Princess Knock.
she goes, I don't answer to you. You answer to my...
We do not. We are outside the jurisdiction of your leader. We operate independently and have. And if Xerxes is a wise man, he will continue to allow us to do so. And I also advise that you honor our sanctuary unless harsher consequences fall upon you. If this girl, a clear elf and daughter self-claimed of the High Council member, claims sanctuary, you have no right to take her, and if you do, it will be an act of war against all of Elvendom, who, though we may not be a strict part of, will absolutely forward this information to them if such a violation were to occur.
And Ravenna, dumbfounded, is just gonna look at the bishop and look at Siobhan, and she's just gonna message her and go, how could you? I saved your life.
I'm forever grateful. But I claim, and I say this part out loud, but I claim sanctuary for myself, my aunt, and my uncle.
Well, that's me.
He raises his hand. Okay. Ravenna looks down and says, you know what? Fine. If you want to stay in this church, be my guest. I know where you are, and we'll keep an eye on you. And that's not a threat, by the way. That's a promise, because you almost died down there in that basement. So you remember that. And you remember that... And then she
I
messages
take
you
her
again.
hand.
Yeah.
I take her hand.
Mm-hmm.
I say, I am truly grateful, but this was never the way that I was meant to live. But I do want to say thank you. And in her hands, I've given her the earrings that she gave me.
Ooh.
Play, good play.
She was gonna message you psychically, and she was annoyed, and then she sort of just sighs.
I wouldn't dream of taking you away from your father. And I understand the circumstances under which we came together, but this can't continue, Ravenna. You can't continue like this. But I can't tell you what to do, and I do truly admire that about you. But this is where I believe we part ways.
For a second, it looks... Actually, no. No, you don't get that for free. Roll insight. I can't
Well, you know I ain't getting
I can't
nothing.
just give away
You know
tidbits
I ain't
like
getting
that.
nothing. You ain't doing nothing, I'm telling you. 21. Okay.
All
Okay,
right, good,
nice.
because I did want to convey this, and now I'm glad that I still can. Oof. Ravenna just looks down at the ground, She's holding her earrings out in her palms, and she just puts them in her pockets and puts her hands on her sides and is still looking at the ground, not making eye contact with you. She makes eye contact, and it looks like she's about to say something genuine and heartfelt, and she pauses for a good 3 or 4 seconds, and she just stares at you. And then her eyes narrow, and she just quickly turns, walks away, and says, "Honor guard, we're going back to the castle. Also, this is going to be here for 8 hours. Don't antagonize it. It will kill you. I can't do anything about that. Sorry." All right. And she walks out the front door with all of her honor guard. And they all fall in line, all 8 of them. And the door closes. Cha-chung.
As soon as the
Take
door
it to the front
closes,
door.
as soon as the door closes, Siobhan collapses. She's not fainted. She's just like, that took everything.
Yeah. Well, now I can close all of my 87 million tabs. That was exhausting for me, too. That was a lot.
Oh, just to confirm, Siobhan does have mismatched eyes. That's why I couldn't remember.
Oh, okay. Got it.
Mhm.
Well, she's got a heterochromia.
Heterochromia.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So you have one of your father's eyes, one of your mother's eyes?
Yeah, that's why I was like, yeah, she does, but
Got
I
it,
think
got
she
it.
doesn't. Yeah.
Okay, well, then that's that. Okay, well, Ted is dead, which sucks. But I am unironically. Would Ted sign a contract to join the Blood War and be paid? And like, what would Ted want as payment?
Like,
Uh-huh.
Big Mac.
What?
If I were to, okay, like, let's say that you genuinely impressed Seluna, and she was gonna recruit you for a war, and like pay you. Like, what payment would you need? What would you do it for? She could make something
Maybe
happen.
like my own coffee maker, so I don't have to share one with the boys, and like a dartboard,
Okay,
and maybe a bit of a pay raise.
well that's easy. all done. You work for Seluna now as an agent of the Hells. So, congrats. I will bring you back in the combat, and you will be in goated equipment, and you will be serving the cult. So, you good with that?
But, and you will have your coffee maker.
And you will have your coffee maker.
Heads a servant.
Great. Excellent. Awesome. All right. Well, somebody technically made it out of that. Okay.
Okay.
What do you mean? They're doing fine.
Well, Crowder got down twice, and Ravenna died and spawned an honor guard, but, you know, yeah.
But we're all alive, and that's
all
what
alive.
counts.
And that is what counts. Maybe.
Can I go get my boomerang?
Where is your boomer? It's on the floor in the basement.
It's in the
isn't it?
basement.
All right, hold up.
Sneak back down there, make sure there's no creatures or cultists left over, and then I go, my boomerang.
All right, cool. You going to get your boomerang?
Sure.
Great. All right, well, in that case, I imagine Enchantress is going to walk over to Siobhan and make sure she's all right, at which point Peter is going to just sit down in one of the pews, Siwar is going to hang behind the bishop, and the bishop is going to go, What even was this voice last time? I really did. Oh, no, they're all Scottish. I forgot. So that's kind of easy. All right. I'm doing the real voice now. All right. I'm going to need somebody to explain to me exactly what's going on here. I'd prefer to avoid any more hellish interventions and or conflicts within these walls. I guess
I'll tell
Enchantress.
you.
I mean, I could explain it, but I don't really got the full
No,
picture.
you're not even here. You're getting your boomerang from the basement.
I'll tell you what. I was going to say, I'll tell you whatever. I can give you whatever information you need, but can you just please? I think my aunt's. Well, I don't know if she's been hurt, but my uncle definitely has. Are there any healers here?
I can assist with that myself. It would be my privilege.
Thank you.
Immediately drop the accent. Are you? How much? Are you missing hit points, Siobhan? You didn't get
No.
hit, right? All right, good.
No.
Then I guess Grodger's. He's in the basement. He's getting his boomerang. All right.
I'm gonna get shanked.
So you walk downstairs.
I am being cautious.
You are being
So
cautious. Roll me a stealth.
I'm known to be kind of nasty at these. Well, that's I got a natural 20.
Great. Uh,
It looked like a 2. I was scared for a
you
second.
hear two men arguing, like quite loudly. Cillian's viscera is on the floor. The downstairs is cleared out. Um, there is another priest who you haven't seen before, like hiding in the corner as you approach, and he looks at you like, I don't know what to do, uh, and then gestures inside, and you can hear the men arguing. Roll for me a perception, see if you can hear what they're saying.
Good at these as well. 20, but dirty.
Okay. You can make out the entire conversation. One of them says, "Well, there's no way they got out alive." Well, they might have, but I don't want to find out. I mean, what if they come back and clean it? Why don't we just hide? Well, we can't leave. Our only way out of the damn teleport thing, which we got left behind, apparently. Well, where do we even go? I don't know.
Oh.
It's not my job. If we don't have a way out of here, I mean, we're screwed. I mean, I gave up my wife and kids for this. Oh, man, this isn't good. This is really bad. This is really bad. What are you doing?
I guess I'm just gonna wait.
Okay. All right. So, think about it. Maybe they didn't teleport away yet. Maybe, are they going to get mad that we didn't help? No. They can't expect anything out of us. We're like CR1s. We were not doing anything in that fight. There's no way. Besides, we got put to sleep right away. We have excuse. What about those guys in there? It doesn't matter. We're just ignoring them. All right, here's what's going to happen. We're just going to wait. We're going to see if anyone shows up. First of all, we got to take off these ropes. Oh, gosh, yeah. Well, wait, where's my... Did they take my clothes? No, just go on the... Oh, there's so many dead bodies. Oh. Just get changed. Go. Let's use this. Yeah, don't care. Go. All right, they shuffle into one of the rooms. You hear the door close behind them.
Going in.
All right, you're going in. Eustace is on the floor by the doorway. His body's been shoved aside. Volder's headless, his head and his corpse are there. Steve is dead on the ground.
Does the door they went in open out?
Yeah, so they had to like shove Eustace aside to get
Okay.
open. I think
That's
actually
gonna
the
be
door
important.
might have been destroyed. I don't remember.
Ooh.
Nah, it was just open.
Okay, cool. I know you were using it as cover, but we'll just say that they closed it after shoving Eustace's body. Yeah, there's just blood all over the floor. Steve's corpse, Walter's corpse, and Greg's corpse are most prominent, as well as Eustace. In the back room, you hear some whispering and some other talk in the chamber room. Your boomerang's just on the floor, covered in blood.
Yoink.
Alright. One of the cultists walks out and says, "Hey, Michael, what? You're not Michael."
What's up, man?
Alright, he's not in his robes anymore, but it's very obvious that this is a dude that was wearing robes a few minutes ago. And he goes, "Hey, you just fought, and then he gulps very loudly and visibly. You just fought all those, guys, right? You mean, you fought, Saluna?
Is that their name?
Yeah, the lady in the armor with the wings and the scary face.
Yeah, I was present for some of that.
You're not gonna kill us,
I'm just gonna get this boomerang and leave. I don't really care what happens to you guys, to be honest, but I would probably leave because you're pretty much enemies of the state. So I would figure out a way out because I would not go upstairs right now. You do not want to see what's up there.
Yeah, we can only get out by teleporting and,
That really sucks. You should have thought about that.
Wait, is the skeleton dead?
Nah, he left though, so
Oh.
kind of same difference, honestly, if you think about it.
Guys, it's not looking
If you
good.
want, you could surrender.
What?
I heard that like, 'cause if you go in peacefully, it's better than like resisting.
We'll get arrested though, right?
Yeah.
Oh man.
Like, I mean, isn't this like a murder cult?
No. It's not a murder cult. Everyone says that. It's all right. Just
Well, you just did a lot of murdering.
well, that was circumstantial. It was because you were trying to stop us, which of course, but you don't even know what we're doing. It's
All
really
right, well, what are you
nuanced.
doing? I'm like, I'm open to interpretation. Like,
All
let's
right.
hear.
Michael and Kane
Am
step
I
out,
gonna-
no longer wearing their garb. And they go, "All right, now we're good." Oh shoot! It's that guy. Kill him! And then they just will rush you. All right, what do you do? The other guy goes, "No, wait." What do you do, Groucher?
That's a good question. What should I do?
They pull out scimitars, little short scimitars.
All right, well, that makes things difficult.
You should probably roll
Do I?
initiative. Let's start there.
Let's start there.
It's not looking
7.
good. Well, you're behind literally everyone. Michael and Kane are up first and immediately just go and start trying to slash you. That's a 5 and a 19 for a total of 7 slashing damage.
Yo, that's pretty tight.
All right. The cult immediately goes, he just doesn't do anything. You didn't get his name. You're up, Groucher.
I'm up.
Yeah.
All right. Yo, let's just chill. I'm not gonna do anything to you. I just wanted my boomerang, man.
So you're cowering now?
Well, I've been stabbed, so I'm
Oh,
mostly
you put it
reacting to
that
that.
Okay. I guess Michael will withdraw his sword and go, "Oh, all right. You're not gonna kill us?
No,
Oh, my
I'm
bad.
not. I don't know if you noticed. I'm not the kill guy.
Oh, my bad, man. I thought we were still in combat.
I'm
or
just an
something.
independent contractor.
I was asleep for a while and nobody woke me up, so I don't know how much time has even passed.
It's okay, man, but that really hurt.
All right, well we gotta.
If I was selling a taco stand, I might have one taco right now.
What do we even do? Who is this guy? And the guy goes, I don't know. He was with them. He was fighting Luna. They left, by the way. Oh, they did? Yeah. Oh.
I was recommending that you surrender, because they might go easy on you.
No way, man. No way.
And then you stabbed me.
I'll dig my way out of here. And then he goes up to the stonework and just attempts wildly flailing. I just gonna start screaming. And Michael just goes, I gotta go deal with him. He's kidding, right? Alright, and then he goes to deal with him. The other cultist goes, alright, hold on, man. Maybe we can patch you up. Get in here.
Oh,
Are you
come with him.
something as help? Alright,
Sure.
you get on the table. The other cultist is like, oh, we got any healing potions? And like, oh, I got like one. I was like, save it. And like, give the man a healing potion. He's gonna help us get pardoned, right?
I mean, I do not have that power, but I do know some high-ranking officials.
Alright, that's good enough. Let's seal this guy up, I guess. Are we even in the cold anymore? Are they no expel us?
I mean, you could argue that you were held hostage. I think that'll work a lot.
Well, I actually was being held hostage. Yeah, shut up.
But that's
James.
great for you.
You know what's dumb? Is, and this is James talking. This is like an elf thing. And these guys started coming in and being like, yeah, humans are welcome. But then, like, we don't even get to do anything cool. We're just like cannon fodder, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I am getting out of here. I'm telling them I was being held hostage. This place freaking sucks. I'm getting out of here. Yeah, James leaves. Alright.
He's not going to make it very far.
No. Other cultist says, well, and this guy is an elf. He says, my name is Talon. And this is my associate.
Balin.
I don't know. Leona. These are 2 L's. Alright, they begin patching you up, and they give you a healing potion, which gives you 14 hit points.
Well, that's pretty sick.
Yeah. Alright. So they say, you know if anyone's coming down to... Like, are we in imminent trouble, or...
Well, to be quite honest, I have no real clue. There's a lot of stuff going on upstairs right now. I can tell you, the only thing I can tell you is that if you could get out of here somehow, you do have time to do that. But if you said the teleport was your only way out, it's not
That's
looking
it.
good for you.
Then we should just stay here and see when the problem approaches us. All right.
I
Well,
definitely think the hostage angle's a pretty good one to argue.
I would rather be forthright as a man of integrity, but
You know, that's kind of based.
yeah,
Based on what?
yeah. All right. So meanwhile, upstairs, I think the bishop is gonna head downstairs. He's gonna leave you in the care of Peter and Sylar and investigate the condition. There is a giant hole in the stage. Cilion's guts are still on the floor. James is gonna kill. I guess this is all kind of off screen and weird. At which point, yeah, okay. James is immediately gonna get like probably no, absolutely. I mean, he can roll. He gets to roll. Oh, he actually succeeded. Look at him. Wow, what a hero. Yeah, they're just gonna kill him. All right, goodbye, James. All right, you hear a little bit of a scuffle in the corner. And one of the priests is a little bit horrified. And the bishop walks in, and behind him, an unnamed priest you haven't seen before says, "Bishop, you just killed that man." And he goes, "Sometimes it's required. I have no patience for these cultists." And that echoes down the hall, and Talon goes, "Well, that's not a good sign. Hold up."
Yeah, that's not a good sign.
Immediately
I mean,
behind.
you could like hide under the desk and I'll say no one's in here.
That's immediately what they do. They hide behind the table, the little sacrificial table which you're sitting on after being patched up. And Michael and Kane are in the hallway. They draw the bishop's attention, and the bishop immediately goes, You'll pay for what you've done in these halls." And Michael and Kane go immediately, "Charge!" And they run forward. The bishop is immediately just
Find out if I gave the bishop a fake name.
hit him with a guiding bolt. Wow, that actually missed because I rolled a 2. Stick. How much movement do I have? Am I actually have to like play this out now? Well, they have to sprint to get to him. I don't know. I'll roll initiative. Well, I'm up first. So I'm just gonna hit him with one of these. Okay. This is bad. They're like actually succeeding the save. They have like no hit points, and they're succeeding everything I'm doing that could possibly damage them. I don't know if they're gonna be able to
I
hit.
goaded that way.
No. They're gonna have a little
Kind of
bit.
nasty like that.
I'm gonna go with one of these. Okay, he's dead. You hear screaming. There's a full-on battle going on in the hallway, Grounder. If you want to do anything, it's your call.
All right, you guys stay here. I'll deal with this.
Okay.
I'm gonna like walk out and hands up. It's me.
You
Don't
walk
shoot.
out, hands up, and the bishop is eviscerating Michael with a guiding bolt. It doesn't even matter because he just dissolves into a fine light. Kane immediately drops the sword and turns and goes, "Oh no, please not, please, I'm just a little guy."
Kind of based.
Alright, the bishop is gonna like raise his mace over his head. And he's gonna put it down. He's gonna say, "You have a lot to answer for, laddie. Take him away." Alright, and the other priest is and he has a pair of wooden manacles that they lock around his hands. His scimitar is dropped. And they're gonna escort him probably just into one of these side rooms and hold them. Alright. The bishop is gonna walk back over and say, "I was told you're in need of healing. Are there any others down here?"
No.
Roll deception.
I'm kind of good at this actually.
Mm-hmm.
Roll in deception. E for deception, we call it. 15.
You fail. The bishop goes, "You're not a very good liar.
Okay,
don't
but
intend on
they're like kind of good guys though. They surrendered peacefully.
Very well.
Maybe don't kill them instantly.
I don't intend on going on a murderous rampage. I don't think that would find me in Coralon's good graces. But I don't have a
they helped heal
tolerance
me.
for evil. Very well, I'll speak to them.
All right, here. I'll ask them. Are you guys evil?
Alright, Talon pops up and goes, "I prefer to think of myself more as a chaotic neutral type."
I'm just a guy seeing alternative authority, guys.
Leona says no.
I don't think we should ask the
The
questions.
bishop says, "You have a lot to answer for. I don't even have a clear picture of exactly what transpired. You both promise not to make trouble. Yes, sir. I have no intention of committing any outward acts of violence. Nor did I. I did not sign up for bloodshed. Very well. Neither did I today. Take them to the other room. I can trust you, yes?
Yeah, sure.
Well, first of all, he's gonna lay his hands on you to heal you. He's gonna give you
Everyone's
a
so
total
nice
of
here.
10, 22, 30 hit points. Congrats. Alright,
I feel much better now.
good. Take them to the room that Bishop Manfeld is currently in front of.
Is that? Will I just find that?
Him.
Oh.
Yeah. Alright.
That guy? Got
Yeah.
it. Alright, if you two want to follow me.
I'm going to get the others and get a report on what exactly has been going on here in these wretched catacombs. Alright.
I tried my best, guys, but you're gonna have to come with me now.
Hey, you've done all you can do. At least we're alive. I have quite a story to tell. Although, you know what? Now that I think about it, it seems like this was all a very bad idea, and I don't exactly know where my head was. But I'm an elf. It should be impossible for me to be charmed. So, why am I feeling like I was charmed?
That's a good question.
So horny.
It wasn't a magical charm. It was just like a.
Like pretty lady. Alright. Roger, Manfeld is in front of the door. He says, the priest told you to bring them here, I suppose?
Yeah, these two guys are. They're willingly giving up.
He opens the door and he says, this way, I suppose?
Alright, if you could
Alright.
kindly enter.
Yep. And he brings you in. This is an old barracks, we can call it, or well, actually, really, it's an old catacomb room, I believe. Yeah, these were the dormitories. This is an actual segment of catacombs, which is not super comfortable. There are not really graves. There's just cloths covering the dead. It smells very strange. There's many burned candles, waxes, and incense here that seem to be masking the scent of rotting corpses. But the corpses are also so old that there isn't much left to rot. It's an unusual combination of smells. And Kane, Leona, and Talon are just kind of casually waiting, and they head to the back of the room and begin talking. And Manfeld just says, "What exactly happened here?"
You know, kind of the usual. There was a cult, kidnapped someone of high importance. We had to get them back.
It's dreadful. It makes me sick in the stomach to think something like that could happen within Corellon's walls.
Yeah, it was pretty crazy.
Oh, dreadful. Absolutely dreadful. I suppose the bishop will be returning. That's what he said, yes?
That is what he said.
Alright. The bishop goes upstairs. Some time has passed, I don't know. I guess Peter would probably be talking to Siobhan. Sylar is actually definitely taking notes on what happened. So, are you guys describing the flow of events? Because he's getting testimony from Siobhan.
I'm Siobhan saying everything except she's saying that she got caught up with not the resistance, the revolutionary army.
Right.
And that's where they got caught. She's not trying to implicate Malachi the Lumiere at all.
Right. It's just like, oh, I was lost and I rolled with them and they protected me and blah blah blah, but then I got swept. Yeah. Alright.
I will tell them I was looking for my mother.
Sure. Alright. Well, you want to like sit down while you do this on a bench or something, like next to Peter and Chandler, so you're not awkwardly sitting in the middle or something?
Mm-hmm.
Like actually on a pew, alright, and Silar just stand on the next pew in front with his notepad that he has to go get from somewhere, because most of what they use here is parchment. Alright, so you recount your story, we'll say like up to before the immediate events of what just transpired, so the background of how you got here and why you claim sanctuary and your time in Ravenna. But
it's not clear yet as to what just transpired here immediately.
Yeah, she's gonna say, I don't even know how I got here. I, like I said, I was with the princess and I was just very upset and I ran off. And then that thing, the creature that we were fighting, she took me away.
Jonas, I don't mean to interrupt in any way. There were a few cultists surviving in the grounds. Some had to be killed due to their resistance. Not something I take joy in doing. But, be that as it may, I would like to myself get an account of what transpired between Arnolds and talking to the remaining cultists themselves. If you'd be willing to join us in the catacombs, or shall we take them elsewhere?
Truthfully, I don't think there'd be a problem with us telling you anything. But we have also been through a lot. Is there a chance we could at least rest for a while, and then we can tell you everything you need to know?
That would be acceptable. In the meantime, I'll ensure that our guests are guarded and not causing any trouble.
Alright, Siobhan, I'm figuring out whether you're still charmed or not.
I thought we had said, oh, I'm not sure. I think once I saw them like attacking Roger, that kind of
broken up.
that was a big deal for me.
There's a chance that you have lingering inclinations of the grand design, though. That maybe you should roll for. Because you can lose your trust in Saluna without losing the euphoric need to achieve the grand design.
Alright, well, wisdom saving throw or something?
Yeah, let's do that.
Would this technically count as me being charmed?
Not
Fine.
really, it's moved beyond that.
Okay.
5e mechanics do not do that justice.
It's fine. 18.
Okay. You are disillusioned with everything. The idea of the grand design now looks to you just like the ravings of the cult, which has revealed their hand to you, and you want to be dissociated from now. So, yeah. No more drug addict euphoria of the grand design and avatar ship and whatever. You're good. Alright, well in that case, I think logistically what's going to happen is you'll get set up with a bed in a wing where they have room for you, and I'll probably honest I should have room for that. Actually, wait, in the normal downstairs, is there room for that? Kind of, yeah, okay, we'll do this. There's a B1, we'll do B1. Make some little rooms here. Dormitories. Da-dee-da-dee-da. Alright, they're going to have someone check you out medically to make sure everyone's alright. And then they're going to set you up in rooms. They're going to do the same for the cultists. They don't really have anyone to, like, make sure they're good, but they're keeping them separate. Guardian of Faith is just going to be Jay Chillin. Honestly, Sylar's going to be put in charge of them. Peter's going to be in charge of you guys. Roger, you're going to be in a room by yourself. Actually, no. You're going to be in a room with Manfeld.
Put me in timeout.
No, you're just going to be in a room with Manfeld.
Oh, are they separating us by
Yes.
gender?
Yes. And they're separating the cultists. So, they have a few rooms for Siobhan. You and Enchantress are put in a room with another woman that appears to be fairly destitute. And upon entering, they sort of Peter walks you through your bedding and how it's going to work, and sort of what the routines are that you guys can settle into and what to expect for meals and everything, and then they'll just handle all of that. And then walks away. Same with Grouger and Manfeld. Their room is empty, as is the cultists have a room all to themselves. And that's it. I'm trying to think. We can kind of just wrap this up kind of cleanly. I'm gonna pull up the timeline. If we're long resting, that's fine. It will be Sunday next. Does anyone have things that they want to do before we move on to next morning?
Well, I wanted to, well, question some stuff from the Enchantress, and then also
Yes.
checking with Roger to see if he's heard from
Yes.
the Resistance.
All of which can be arranged. Peter's going to be in charge of your room, so if you need anything, you can just knock. And he has like a mat set up outside the common areas where you can just rest. Manfeld's going to be in the room with Roger, making sure he's all right.
Okay.
So, what do you want to do first? We can say, as you're settling in, the woman on the other side of the room, who appears to be fairly frail and thin, is sort of eyeing you up, trying to get an idea of what's just been dropped into what used to be her room.
It's gonna be like, hello.
How do you do?
Yeah. Well, it's been quite a bit of a day. But I'm very grateful for the temple here, so that we can. We've got nowhere really else I've got to go.
That's usually the case with people who find themselves here.
Right. Well, you don't worry about it. We won't cause a bunch of noise or anything. And this is my long lost aunt, I suppose.
How do you do?
Just yeah. I'm Siobhan. And you?
I have to figure out where the heck is your aunt's name somewhere. Oh, gosh, so many notes. Ah, yes, there it is. All right. With the mask dropped, the lady you formerly know as Enchantress seems to sort of turn off the switch, and she says, "Yes, I'm Eliane. Nice to meet you. I hope we're not bothering you
sorry.
anyway." And the woman goes, "No, not at all. It may be nice to have some company." Wait a minute. That voice, are you the singer that performs at the Theatre of the Commons? And Eliane sort of takes a pause and goes, "Yes, I am. Enchantress! Yes. Oh, you have such a lovely voice. My husband and I used to love going to their shows. Oh, thank you."
Filthy accident.
You shut up. You're in the other room. Well, he's just got his ear pressed against the wall and he whispers to himself,
I'm bored. There's nothing to do in here. They took my book.
Yeah. Alright. Did you say you wanted to talk to your aunt?
Yeah. So your name's Eliane,
Yes, that's
and
correct.
you sing.
I do. I didn't have the same talent your mother did for instruments. I found my voice to be more suitable towards that end.
I actually do a fair bit of singing myself. Well, usually to myself, and usually when no one's around. And but I quite like it. Maybe perhaps one day we could sing together. But in the meantime, could you maybe tell me about my mother? I mean, it's the whole reason I left home.
That doesn't surprise me. Well, she's alive, which is the first thing I'm sure you'll be glad to hear. We've been in contact over the years. She writes me letters and I write her back, but we've had to be very careful because of the cult. It's the reason she had to leave Lucerne.
And it's the reason I've had to make sure that I largely keep my own identity safe, because we look very similar, your mother and I. And I didn't want any prying eyes looking at me as complicit or. It was a mess. But your mother and I, we've had a long, complicated relationship. She's very pretty. I always told her I was prettier, but I wasn't. It was her. She was a romantic, uh, excellent instrumentalist, good vocalist. I did outshine her in that category, but I could never do anything on ivories or drums or any string instrument of any kind. So it balanced out. Um, she likes lots of different food. She sweats a lot. I did inherit that, thankfully.
All right, write that down. Write that down.
She's overall a lovely woman. We used to sing together every now and again. We would try to write things together, perform, but our styles ended up clashing, which was odd. We'd always thought it would work out, but it just never did. But it wasn't a problem. She found a group of friends, I found mine, and for many years we fell out of touch after our own mother passed, which was
Oh,
complicated.
so have do we have another family? Just
Allegedly, I write to some of them. I don't get responses.
anywhere in particular?
We had family in Coruscare at one point. Your uncle was a deviant. Not, well, yes.
That's me.
And, well,
Wait,
it was,
wait, which uncle?
well, your uncle, my brother. Our brother, your mother and my brother. He was a bit of a reckless. Found himself in Terrabor, amongst other places. He's not a talking man. He's
What's his name?
he was weird about that too.
What? Wait,
He dropped
your
it.
brother.
He changed it.
He changed his name.
He was born as Terrence. He didn't take to it. It was a whole thing. He's a strange case. Our father died when we were very young, so neither your mother or I knew him very well, though I a little bit better than your mother since I was older. He was a pleasant man. Our mother, we had a strained relationship. We were in and out of hostels and poor houses, and every now and again she would get back on her feet, but she could never quite figure it out. And of course, I wanted to sing, and your mother wanted to dance and play and travel the world, and she essentially told us that neither of those things would ever happen, that we needed to find a husband and marry up. And your mother and I, one of the things we were mutually agreed upon is that that's not something we were going to be doing. So, when our mother passed, we both, well, we mourned together, and we grew closer. We had all been strained, but that forced us together. But we didn't have her to look out for us anymore. Not that she was doing a stellar job, but there was really no one else. Your uncle had already taken off and largely cut contact. And of course, we don't have any contact with anyone on your father's side. So we're not going to get any help there. And that was it. We never knew of any of our cousins or anything. Our mother would allude to them, but it was just me and your mother. And now, for the most part, it still is.
And do you know where she is now?
I do. She's not too far away. She's in a little town called Dale, in Grafton territory. It's a port city, sees a lot of travel. She hasn't stayed in one place. She's been around Grafton a bit, but most of the time she tries to stay out of the public eye. It's been hard for her, which obviously I understand, but I haven't had quite the same trouble as she had. I told her about disguising herself and trying it out, but she was always fearful that she would take it too far. She wouldn't be able to do it. What I need to do now is write her a letter telling her that you're alive and safe, and that maybe since you've already left the plateau, it would be best if you just meet her.
Yes, absolutely. Siobhan is like beaming. It's great. I'm sorry. I have to ask you this though. She suddenly gets serious. You're not lying to me, right?
No. Why would... No.
I need you to say that to me, that you're not lying to me.
She puts her hand on your shoulder and says, Siobhan, I am not lying to you.
Inside check.
Go ahead.
Realsies?
18.
She
Realsies.
is not lying to you. She's sad. She's somber and sad that you even have to ask that question because she knows what it means.
And Siobhan just starts nodding a bit. Her eyes are welling up, and okay.
She says, you poor thing. That horrid creature really hurt you, didn't she?
Which one?
The demon lady. Whatever she was.
No, actually, it wasn't her. It was the princess.
Oh. She draws you in for a hug.
It's fine. It's just another in a long line of women who've had control over me and my actions and told me what to do. And yes, well, I can say Ravenna was only but the second. But I won't speak ill of my stepmother. She's a lovely elven woman, proper, and she doesn't deserve that. I should go talk to Roger.
Yes. Do what you need, darling. I'll be here. Alright. Alright, Peter, I was gonna say, oh, do you need something?
Yeah, I'd like to talk to my uncle, please.
Yes, I'm sure he isn't doing anything now. He seemed rather bored. Alright, Peter walks in and says, your niece would like to speak with you, Mr. Roger?
I like jump off the wall like I wasn't listening. I'm like, oh yeah, all right.
Yeah. Alright, Peter just looks at you with a raised eyebrow like you're a weirdo and ushers you out.
Siobhan gives him a hug. Thank you for coming. And I was quite terrified.
It was pretty crazy.
That's quite the understatement.
Like, I was kind of, because I was like, there's no way they're hiding behind this wall. And then we brought the wall down and they were right there. It was cool. I was like, wow, I've done it again.
Well, it's like you always say, you are the greatest detective.
Yeah, I'm the greatest.
So I was wondering, and at this point she shifts to psychically speaking. Have you heard from Malachi and the others at the camp?
The answer's yes, right?
Um,
Am I on the list?
you're...
Mm-hmm.
No,
Have I said anything? That's the thing. It's like,
you're
you just keep leaving him on red.
You're on the list, but you wouldn't have heard from him since Wednesday, July 21st. And it is Sunday, July 25th. And normally
What?
your mode of communication is daily.
All right, well, I can share that then. It's been a couple days, but the last time we talked was, I'm counting on my fingers, Wednesday.
It's that bad. Should we be worried? Is the camp? Is it? Is there any way we could try to reach them? I mean, I know he does it, but if he's not reached out to you at all, I don't know who else we could turn to. And
Maybe he's busy.
You know, that's an optimistic, generous read. I'd maybe I'll hear from my dad.
Maybe.
Yeah, I'm sure he's not stuck in a time zorb.
I wanted to ask you. I know you've left the Kyril Plateau, and I don't like to pry. I mean, whenever you're ready to tell me, I know I just latched on to you, but you're the first half elf I've really met as well, and I do truly consider you like an uncle. But I say all of that to say, if it were possible to return to the Kyril Plateau, would you go?
Kind of hard to say. I'm such a wandering free spirit.
You are. I know, and
I didn't leave under the greatest of, like, we weren't best buds when I left, so it was kind of like a mutual thing.
oh, a breakup. Listen, I'll tell you what about those
could say
elven
that.
girls. The elven girls. I mean, I never got to spend much time with them, but they act prim and proper on the surface. But oh my goodness, they're brutal. So I get it. And they live forever, so it's not like you can be like, oh, my ex, she's gone. Like, they don't forget anything.
Yeah. That's what happened.
No, totally. I understand. I mean, I've never, me personally, I don't. I just, I'm rambling. Well, if you hear from him, I really would like to go back. In a weird way, the camp has felt more like home than anywhere else has in a while. So,
I will definitely let you know if I hear anything.
thank you. And, you've definitely leveled up in my book.
Oh yeah.
Good to know.
What is that? Yeah, he has leveled up, hasn't he? Give him a level up.
Anyone else or no?
I'm looking. Siobhan should, because she's only level 2. She should be free after that hell. Yeah. I stand by that.
Alright, well, good night, and please, I know you're a wandering spirit. If you leave, don't leave without saying goodbye. Or at least take me with you. I feel like a detective should have an assistant.
You know, you say that. I've had quite a few assistants in the past, and it has not ended well for them.
Well, it's better than getting kidnapped by a murder cult.
Is this all still psychic, by the way? Because I just like to
No, the
imagine...
last part was out loud.
Okay, I just like to imagine that Peter heard you talking, and then you guys stopped talking, and he looked up, and he just
We're just staring at each other.
and you're just staring at each other, and then he just went, and then just went back to writing.
Yeah, what do you know? Elves. You know, we're crazy.
Yeah.
Okay,
Sure.
well, good night.
See ya.
Anybody want to do anything else?
You ever told half-truths?
Yeah. Alright.
Talking to who's that, Manfred?
Oh, yeah. He goes,
You ever, like, not really told the whole truth to somebody, and, like, now you're kind of in too deep?
I don't do that, but there's been times where it's like you don't give more information than you have to. So you sort of omit some things and let people conclude what they'll conclude, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Has that ever like affected you negatively?
Sometimes I don't really do it with people that are important in my life. It's more so like somebody's crying and they're talking to me about their problems and they want me to talk about my problems. And it's like, well, first of all, I've never really experienced anything like what you're going through. So I'll talk a bit about it, trying to open up, and I'll sort of say it like I experienced this great loss, and I just don't tell them it's a cheese sandwich that I dropped in the fire. But you know, they'll think whatever they'll think. When you're helping people, sometimes it's just bits to let them reach their own conclusions and they'll help themselves, you know.
Yeah, I've never done something like that, but you know,
Aye,
what you said, wise words.
yeah. It's the way I live my life, I suppose. So
Should keep doing that.
by the way, I may have missed almost everything except the tail end, and I saw the bishop kill a man, which is new. Did you know anything about what just happened?
No, I was just a tunnel prospector, and you're checking out a tunnel for the local building. There's like a rezoning happening, and that was crazy what we discovered.
Roll deception. Come on.
Shoot, I'm in the character editor. Get out of that.
Rezoning.
Ooh, it's bad.
What'd you
It's
get?
like a 7.
Yeah. Marshall goes, yeah, that's not what I heard at all. I heard you're with Princess Ravenna Noct and some political...
I was trying to help you, Chief. I'm gonna have to kill you now. That's secret information.
Is it actually?
Yeah, I would pretend like you didn't know that.
That's fine. Well, actually, technically, under the laws of confession, you can be my patient that I'm counseling, and we have privilege, so I don't have to say anything, actually. I do this all the time.
Yeah, I don't know if you noticed, they don't really care
They do
about
to an
the
extent.
law.
Well, here's the thing.
They were gonna kill you earlier.
Only maybe. If they did, it could very well start a war. See, we're not exactly members of Elfendom of the Cairo, High Elfendom of the
I
Cairo.
don't know if you know this, I'm kind of a terrorist.
I know who you are.
Don't you?
Vaguely.
What? Ah, he knows! It leaked!
Listen. I told you.
I'm freaking out.
Calm down. Privilege. Everything we share within these walls is privilege. I'm an elf, of course I know. And more importantly, I served under the inspector for a number of years. But
Oh, that's not good.
it was not good at all. So I took my chance and left when I could, but I did it through the system, which took much longer than your method, unfortunately. But I know a little bit. I still think it's ridiculous there's a death sentence over your head. But it's neither here nor there. This place, first of all, you've claimed sanctuary here. This church operates under a separate authority as the church on the Elvendom, High Elvendom and the Cairo Plateau, but we do still have political connections and are sort of regarded as a protectorate, meaning that King Xerxes can't exactly just walk in and do whatever he wants here, as this sort of functions as an embassy of sorts. Not strictly, it's not exactly like we have political peace talks here, but this being what it is, the church has given us... Well, I suppose if there's anyone I give this information to, it would be you. This church essentially acts as a spy network for High Elfendom and others. We're not officially affiliated with them, but for our purposes, it's in Xerxes' best interest not to interfere too much.
That's good.
It's very good. Extremely
'Cause,
advantageous.
I was freaking out.
Well, as you identify, we're not completely safe. I wouldn't be surprised if Xerxes found some way to circumnavigate the sanctuary or some other means of disrupting us.
Well, I mean, on that aspect, I thought I've been dead for a while.
Yeah. Well, here we both are for now.
You know, they jump, I'm a little puppet, I dance around, that kind of thing.
Yeah. Well,
we should get some sleep and never acknowledge the fact that we had this conversation.
You think I could like send a mailing order to the castle so I can get my book back?
You left your book. You mean Castle is
Well,
fine?
they kind of took it.
That's. Talk to the bishop. That's a bit of a tall order.
He just gets a letter. Could I please have it back, please?
I think on that note, I'm gonna get some rest. I guess you do the same. Alright. We long
I'm gonna
rest?
stare at a wall for an hour.
Perfect. Well, that's one of your 2 hours of light activity. So that works. Alright. Well, everybody, you can level up. I guess everybody's 2 people. Poor Jacob. I have nothing for you. I mean, I'm sure that Ted is signing paperwork in hell now, but, you know. You good?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Just making sure.
I just made a noise.
Oh, it didn't come through at all.
Oh yeah, it definitely didn't. So he just went,
That's
"You good?"
Alright. Perfect. Pulling up the quest times. It's gonna be Sunday at 8 a.m. Alright, are y'all ready to progress?
Sure.
Since you're level 8, I know you might have some decisions to make. Although no, level 8 for Rogue is super simple, isn't it?
I mean, I can choose a feat or an ability improvement.
Yeah, but you don't have more class crap you gotta pick. Right?
No.
Okay, cool. Alright.
Yeah.
In which case, long rest. And it just so happens to be Sunday, the day of the Coralon church service, which, what does that even look like? I don't know, but it's something. Alright. That's Rosalind Carter. She died. Just want
Okay.
Coralon Forgotten Realms wiki, please. Thank you. Just pull this up just in case I need it. Alright. Everybody wake up! It's morning. The church is probably going to be in session at like 9 or something.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, why?
Mhm.
What, you want it to start at 7:30 so that everybody... Or you want it to start at, No, 9 is actually... No, 9 is literally our early service. So what do you mean, wow, okay? That's totally normal, right?
Not for. I mean, sure.
I mean, what do these people have better to do?
What do these
He's role playing a
people do?
teenager. Leave him alone.
Tell them to get up.
It's literally the kind of thing that it would start at sunrise. I feel like.
Does it? Alright, we're looking at... Did medieval church services start at sunrise? Let's find out. Canonical hours, divisions of the day in terms of fixed times of prayer at regular. That doesn't help me. This is the Roman rite of the Catholic Church. Ba-ba-ba-ba.
I mean, they do have church at 7:30.
Man, I don't know.
They do be doing that.
Fine, well, it says like early morning. The point is, do you guys want to be up for the church service and attend it or no?
Sure.
Alright, then we'll say it's kicking around at like 7. Y'all probably go to bed earlier and get up earlier anyway because of that whole day-night cycle thing and how it's not easy to stay up when you're living on candlelight. So alright, you're going to attend the church service? Siobhan?
Yeah, Siobhan's actually really excited.
Alright, I guess Eliane will also attend the church service.
She's always wanted to go to church, but she's gone a few times, only very special occasions.
Cool.
Didn't.
Alright, Manfell, is Grodrick going to the church service?
He's not up.
Okay, then Manfell is not going to the church service. This is going to be interesting.
Oh, he's about to skin us.
Busted. So they gotta fix the stage. They gotta clean up as much as they can. It had to happen on a Saturday. I mean, my goodness. What row would you like to sit in? You have your pick.
Oh, she wants to like second row.
Like second from the front
Mm,
or second from the back?
from the front,
Okay, left or right?
wherever.
Well, this is important, John.
You need to
Okay.
pick the specific seat you're sitting in. I'm kind of not kidding.
This will have consequences later in life.
This will
Left.
affect the child population.
Left.
All right. How far over?
Uh, just enough to let her aunt sit next to her. Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
so like basically here.
yeah.
Got it. Okay. All right, and Peter will sit on the other side of you. All right. Guess I gotta make 1,000,000 people. Some people shuffle in. Some are already in the halls praying. Some make their way in. There's a few bold enough to sit at the front. A ton of people go second row. Uh, there's a little gap next to you, and it fills up pretty quickly. Uh, there's a fair number of elves. There are way more humans, which is interesting. But there's probably not more than like 30 or so congregants. It is not a well populated service. Uh, there are a series of appearing elves behind the bishop that form a choir of sorts and engage in some traditional elven songs of worship.
The only thing I could think of was background dancers.
There's specifically no background dancers.
Maybe
Wolves are
one.
still there. No,
It's
this
just
is not. This is not Bethel. There are no background
No,
dancers.
Coralon is literally the god of artistic creation and expression.
Fine.
it's just a bunch of
It's
dancers.
my D&D campaign. I can choose whether or not there's background dancers. Come on.
Come on.
All right, no. What actually happens, because it's my D&D campaign, there's no background dancers, is that the chorus of elves in the background behind the bishop who's just sitting
Dancers, if
beside the
you.
stage, while it's going on, they are using a number of spells, combining dancing lights with illusions, and their voices seem to be shaping images that extend far up into the ceiling, which is about 40 or 50 feet tall. They're using a lot of the space above the stage to create these absolutely beautiful images and works of art. From moonlight to the glory of the sun, to swords and bows, to a small world being created until what even appears to be a fragment of Mandril, to images of elves. This is a whole visual element to the songs, which is very, very beautiful, very moving. There even appears to be some wind traveling through the temple, whether that is elemental magical energy or some other form of magic used to enhance the experience. The songs are a mixture of celestial and old elvish. I think Siobhan knows both of them, correct?
Not celestial. I know
Okay.
primary.
The elvish lyrics talk about shooting stars, the blue star, blue aura, grace of Coralon, phrases you've all heard before. Many refer to him as father, other as creator, some as ruler. Uh, Notably, there is one title which has been excluded, a title that you often hear on the Cairo Plateau, King of Kings. You hear no reference to such a title within these walls. Hold up.
Siobhan's just fascinated. She came for the music.
Yep. It's beautiful. It's absolutely stunning. The male and female vocalists both are doing an excellent job. Now the church doors are open to anyone, and about we'll say halfway through the service, while the singing is still taking place, the doors open and a number of people begin whispering while the choir continues. The bishop stands up, and as a man makes his way down the center aisle, many members of the congregants are shocked, but continue mostly as normal. The bishop bows off to the side, and Xerxes calmly nods as he walks up, looks at Siobhan, and shuffles his way into a pew, and calmly sits next to Peter Harold. His guards guarding the aisle, either side of which he sits. The churchgoers are noticeably uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Some are whispering, and Xerxes is completely focused on the pieces.
Siobhan was like singing along, and now she's like stumbling over words
Yeah.
and like looking across.
So Xerxes himself has quite a voice, and surprisingly, for the songs that are in Elvish, he sings them perfectly in a deep,
Crushes it.
operatic, booming voice. Such as is notably causing quite a stir. It's a voice that travels across the entire sanctuary, and to you is almost more prominent than the very powerful choir before you.
You know what's going to happen.
I don't know.
Going to be a sing-off.
Is it? You're gonna try to outsing Xerxes?
Siobhan's not letting this guy come in and
Upstager. Like,
Wow.
not upstager, but dominate an elven space.
Roll.
so true, actually.
Roll performance.
So true.
My God. Xerxes is gonna get canceled on Twitter tomorrow.
The gall of this man.
This is
He's
elven
appreciating other
space.
cultures. What do you mean?
He's gonna come in and it's actually the fact that he's trying to do it better.
Yeah, I don't
He's
know if
not
this
trying to do it better. He just has a
anymore.
good voice. allowed
Oh,
to.
so you're saying he just is doing it better?
He just
That's something a bigot would say. So
He's not
you
doing
should
it
check your
better.
religion.
For real.
It's not like it's good. So I'm just saying.
And also, the way he's pronouncing some of his words is not correct. But anyway,
No, specifically not. He is
Got you.
specifically
Got you.
extremely fluent in Elvish, and you don't get to say that he isn't, because
He's
that's been
super
written in
fluent
his
for-
character since day one.
he's
So-
super fluent for like a
What
non.
languages he speaks?
No.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like,
He's got the academic like side, but like when it comes to
No.
like
You're actually
no
dead
one-
wrong.
no one thinks
He is
no
as
one would be like,
proficient
oh,
in Elvish
he's
as
a
he
poor
is
elf.
in Common, followed by Sylvan, followed by Draconic, in which he is passable.
and
Back
Loxodon.
in the camp, we used the wish spell in the ring to wish that he was not fluent with Elvish.
You use the Ring of Metanon.
he's fluent with Loxodon instead.
Alright, you rolled a 23. King Xerxes rolled a 15. He is performing far above what the average man could do, but Siobhan's voice is enchanting. Almost as good as the beautiful elven choir.
almost okay.
Never mind. I just rolled. I can't make that canon. I rolled a 1 and a 2 for the choir.
Yeah, they suck.
It sucked. Apparently, we're not rolling with that. Screw that.
What about Enchantress? She's sitting right there.
Enchantress absolutely can sing. I will roll performance for Enchantress.
He's asleep.
Yeah, but does she know Elvish like that?
No,
You know Elvish.
but she can harmonize, and she gives a 16. So she's still out singing Xerxes, and she don't even speak the
It
language.
gives me advantage, but yeah.
Yeah.
Auntie.
She'll give you advantage on another song. What, do you want
It's
to roll
fine.
again?
We're good.
Okay, you already outdid everyone.
You already made me look dumb.
Upon closing, you're all instructed to sit, and Xerxes sits down, casually leans over, a little uncomfortably close to Peter, and says, "You have a beautiful voice."
So do you, Your Majesty.
Unfortunately, in that department, I put up no such competition, but I appreciate it.
Siobhan curtsies and then sits.
Okay. All right.
Really, like,
Well, the bishop begins speaking his little thing. in Elvish, and is a little bit uncomfortable, but he's extremely poised. And after some time collecting himself, he seems to debate whether or not to introduce their guests, but it seems that he concludes that he's just going to carry on with the service like it's any other.
As we should.
Uh, and
This is an elven space.
he continues talking, and he begins describing different segments of lore, blah blah blah, what is to be expected, and primarily the sermon is on charity, and what is Coralon's view on charity and aiding this and that and yada yada. And he begins breaking through the areas in which one is responsible for living a life of virtue through that lens.
Siobhan's like shooting side eyes at Xerxes.
Who's just, by the way, casually leaned back, crossed legs, with his bedazzled hands filled with rings. He just is gently tapping his fingers across his other hand, breathing calmly and listening intently. And so, the bishop goes on, and his main point becomes that many people live their lives, especially those in the city who are financially well off, and they use their finances as their main mode of charity. But what they end up doing is they don't actually do anything outside of giving their money as a means of making themselves feel better, or simply as a means of propping themselves up in the community. And that money is only one of the ways in which one can be charitable. And there are many other ways, in fact, one of which is with your time, which is one of the most precious resources that elves often neglect. And he begins going on about the elven tendency to ignore the flow of time and act as if one is immortal, when in reality, the longest life lived here is but a glimpse in respect of eternity. And begins to talk and charge members of the congregation to not view their lives as well lived simply due to longevity, but to instead look to live a life of meaning and virtue, primarily through giving and sacrifice.
I was going to say, all the half elves are like, heck yeah.
Yeah, they are. I'm sure they are. But there's definitely a few half elves. It's like mostly human with a fair chunk of half elves, and then the full elves are all the like staff and everything, and a few regular attendees. It's very interesting. Notably, I don't know if this would be noticed or not, but the members of the cult actually end up shuffling in with Sylar and sit in the back. You may look back at some point and notice them actually attending the service. The bishop wraps up. He ends with a prayer, and then he dismisses the congregation, but invites anyone to stay if they wish to meet, need healing, or anything else. And then he walks off the stage, at which point everyone next to Xerxes nopes out. Most people just leave. A few people hang out discussing on the one side, like between the pews, but other than that, like almost everyone leaves. So now the question is, what would you all like to do? Peter is sweating buckets, by the way, and has been the entire time. He's terrified. And upon the service ending, he's going to go, well, I'm afraid I'll be downstairs if you need me. There's some duties I need to attend to. Sir, your Highness. And he's just going to immediately abandon you.
Nope, she's going to say, Your Highness, I'm not naive enough to think that you just came of your own volition. I mean, of course you did, but I know my being here has played a part in your attendance today. But Corlon be praised anyway.
Just because I'm actually a graduate.
Well, there are many reasons for my attending here. And of course, I know that you are a bright young girl. I'm aware that you are caught up in an unfortunate political
mess, of which I am happy you are no longer bound to an extent. I am sorry that we were unable to ensure your safety within my palace, and I assure you I will be keeping a close eye on this church and on the cult to ensure that you are not endangered again. It was egregious, and your father deserves better. Now, I have no intention of attempting to convince you to come back to the palace. I do inform you of this, to be completely transparent, as I believe you have been with me.
Inside check.
Go ahead.
The smoking gun.
By the way, you can't knowingly lie around him. Just
Nat 20.
reminder. Okay. He's being completely straight. He's looking you dead in the eye and confidently being real. And he is super calm. He is not tense at all, and he is not worried in the slightest about anything. And he's just leveling with you. And he says,
I have not heard from your father in some time. We were in communication, struck a deal of sorts, but I am not certain he will be honoring his end of the bargain. With the lack of communication, I'm not sure what to do. But I don't enjoy having young girls as political hostages. I would prefer that you be safe and happy. If that can be arranged, we'll see to it. I understand that you and my daughter had some tension. If she was the reason for your leaving, I apologize. If, in fact, you wish to return, but to not have Ravenna be your instructor or to engage with her in any way, that would be acceptable. Let me know if there is anything you require or desire, and I will do my best to meet it, within reason, of course. Are you confident that you are safe here?
Well, truthfully, no. I mean, I was about to be part of some big ritual just a few feet away from here, so no, not entirely. I'm not entirely sure that this is where I want to be, but I would like to be with my family.
A number of things could be arranged. But first, I myself would like to meet with the bishop to gain further insight as to what transpired, as most of what occurred was outside of my purview.
That makes sense.
I shall see him. If possible, I would like you to, of course, join me, and we will perhaps discuss together. And the bishop walks out from the back. Sylar is ready with his 3 guys. The bishop talks to him quietly, and then moves up. And says, if you desire to meet, we're all ready. I have already sent someone to ensure Groger is awake. Meanwhile,
Still asleep.
Manfeld
Fastest
shakes
asleep.
Groger. He says, hey, Groger.
He's not gonna wake up yet.
He slaps you.
Ah!
I apologize.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean it.
You're fine. I just need to make sure you're awake. You have company along the lines of what we didn't discuss yesterday. Someone's made an appearance, it seems.
I'm gonna go back to bed.
I don't think that's an option.
But
Roger.
I'm tired. I wanna go sleepy.
I think you should probably come with me.
Alright, I'm waking up. I've got the disheveled look.
Yeah.
I got my coffee cup in hand.
Alright, perfect. Alright. You head
It may or may not look
upstairs.
like a certain character this may or may not be based off of.
The rest of the churchgoers are shuffled out, and pretty soon it is just the bishop who closes the doors. Garner's brought upstairs through the front, just behind the cultists. And then the bishop says, I suppose we can meet in my own office if that works.
Whatever is most convenient.
All right. And then he guides you to his quarters.
Wait, what is Kellyanne dealing with it? Like, it's just not like.
She's a little shook. She's been looking at Siobhan worryingly, but not interrupting, and giving Xerxes some side eye every now and again. All right. I guess she's invited to this, which she'll just kind of say to herself, "Am I invited to this, or I get okay? Yeah. What?
No, let him cook.
That was nonsense words. It wasn't even anything.
No, just thinking like, usually sure, kudos for her. Like, she bold. Usually, if a king doesn't summon you and you show X,
Mm-hmm. He hasn't made any mandates as to who's in the meeting. He wants to gather information himself.
she's got chutzpah.
Yeah. All right.
May just survive.
Manfeld looks like he was going to sit in a certain seat, and then make sure that he's not sitting in that seat, and then puts Grider right next to Xerxes. All right. Now, the bishop says, "All right. We all know why we're here. This is our official inquiry as to the matter of the cult of the unborn. I haven't exactly ironed out what structure will be taken, and of course now we're joined by an additional guest, the king himself, King Xerxes Noct. So, in lieu of recent events, I would actually like to start by questioning the members of the cult, if they are still inclined to speak."
Yes, it would be no problem.
Kane is whimpering in the corner and Leona is silent. "Are you able to speak for these two as well?"
I am, yes.
"Very well. The first question I have..." Could someone write this down, by the way? Oh, Jacob, you can be a secretary, right? Can I
I'm
make you a
doing
secretary?
homework. No.
Yeah, I got you. I
Alright,
got
Mr.
you.
Secretary.
Let me open up a document.
Yes,
Actually, let me
please.
just enter a new page on the notebook.
Okay. Alright. The bishop asked Talon, "Exactly when did these occult activities begin in the catacombs again?"
Well, I can't speak entirely to their start date, but as far as I'm aware, it's been something planned for many, many, many months, if not years. I myself did not join until perhaps 6 to 7 months ago, but the activity was very light. I joined up, met with a stunning woman who regaled me with an unusual tale. Essentially something about ascension to godhood and being a conduit to achieving it, and I would have a small role to play in a grand vision, I believe was her exact words. And I was enchanted, for lack of a better term. I'm not sure if charming encapsulates it. As an elf, I was not under the impression such magic would work. But looking back, I'm not sure how clear my head was. For the first few months, granted, there was very little activity, a few odd jobs, collecting some resources, herbs, traveling around. I was given my robes after 2 months, and taught some basic incantations, which had no magical effects but were simply rituals for the sake of the order, I suppose, or the processes of the cult. After the 6th month or so was when things really started to take off. It was said that we had found the Avatar. Of course, that is the term for the being used to bring this god here. It was told that on the completion of that, we would be rewarded something
soul vessels. A very terminology that I had not heard before all of a sudden became very overwhelming. I had a fair understanding of what we were doing. It was essentially a ritual to manifest a god or a similar figure into this plane. And at the time, it all seemed very reasonable and achievable and moral and good. And now it does not. Curious. You've all been inspected. I expect the cleric has made its rounds and ensured that you're not currently under any existing spells. That did happen last night. But we're moving past it.
They would have found my gun spell then.
Yeah, maybe. The bishop
I keep
continues.
it in a safe.
And am I to take it that this avatar is the girl here before you? And he points to Siobhan. And Taylin, somewhat ashamedly not wanting to make eye contact with Siobhan, seemingly says, "Yes, that's her." And what exactly was it that was going to happen to her should the ritual be completed? That wasn't entirely clear. I believed it was simply a process by which she would herself be some conduit avatar. It was never explained that she would come to any harm directly, simply that she would be a vessel for this grand vision, this design.
Wait, I, you know, I think I never quite learned which being this was.
Aye. You talk about some summoning of a god to the material plane. What god exactly does this cult serve? Well, that's where it gets very confusing. The information that was relayed to us was non-verbal, shall we say. I had these pictures in my head, none too clear, simply that of a longing, maybe not even pictures, maybe a feeling is more correct. A feeling of longing that could only be fulfilled by the return of whatever this being was. There were few names even given to him. It was simply a part of the grand design. Curious. Well, I unfortunately have the information as to what this being may be. I have experience with this cult going far back. If nothing's changed, which it sounds like it hasn't, they're attempting to summon the spirit or a manifestation of a Dracolich from a demiplane who was banished there long ago by a silver dragon of some renown, Elevar.
I know that guy.
In the legends of Mandril's creation, which were of course recounted by elves before passed on to the hands of humans, there was a dragon in a series of dragons who would end up coming into some skirmishes with a red dragon and his lieges, that red dragon being Durango, who of course was vanquished, his flesh stripped from his corpse, but his consciousness transferred to a locked demi-plane where he could never return to the material world. Essentially, his punishment was a life without life. And the cult, primarily also of elven origin, is made up of deviants and individuals who would otherwise hope to destabilize the natural order of Corellon in order to bring back this false god. Does all of this information seem to line up with your experience? It seems to make sense, although none of this was ever relayed. Tell me, where exactly do you all come into the picture? And then he points across to Elian, Siobhan, and Grouger.
I'm just here, man.
Ali was kidnapped.
Interesting.
Yeah, I was looking for her.
This is where I may be able to answer, though I was not present. The incident apparently started Saturday afternoon amongst a incursion of mosquitoes. There was a wild-shaping druid who infiltrated our defenses and somehow managed to evade further detection from our wizards and sorcerers. Upon this incursion, my chief magician made it his goal to lock down the palace and attempted to confirm its security. Checks were made to ensure no other beings had been in our midst, and none were found. Unbeknownst to me, my daughter had arranged a day out that was cleared in light of the chaos around the palace. At which point, so far as I understand, set up the kidnapping. He sort of looks at Siobhan to see if she has anything to say.
She nods. I got upset with, well, the princess, and I ran off, and um, next thing I know, I was here.
For my clarity, your pet owl, is that what was killed? Well, no, it was told she escaped, yes. Some infernal being?
I had no idea, Your Majesty. I just thought she was a special owl. I've always been able to talk to people in their minds, and it's just.
But you confirmed that this owl was more than an owl, at the least.
Now, I definitely believe so.
I couldn't witness it myself, but I was of the belief that she was an Arendius. Correct. A most unpleasant fiend of notable skill in martial combat and sometimes magic. Not a pleasant thing to encounter.
Indeed. I concluded the same, although I did not get a close count of my own. Apparently, there was also a skeleton, speaking of which, I would like you to speak on further. What was he?
And he looks at Talon, who says, I'm not entirely sure. It was a construct, perhaps? That's not the term. But whatever it wasn't simply a skeleton. It was like, well, almost like the cult explained, a conduit for some other being. He used a spell to speak through it, to walk around, to see, I believe. But I never got his name, and they simply referred to him as, what was it? The Master, or the something? Simply a title, which I was... Most of those conversations I was not in the circle, per se, just in the same chamber, overhearing small pieces, fragments. But he wasn't just a skeleton. As far as I know, it was something more. I've had my fair share of run-ins with the undead, and none of them have spoken eloquently, if at all. Curious. Tell me, was the voice distinct in any way? Described?
Well, it was sort of raspy. It was a little manic at times. The vocabulary was colorful. Can't say much else.
Xerxes appears deep in thought.
Well. So if I'm to understand, you are being held in His Highness's court, in which case an expedition out of the palace
led you to being taken by this owl, who in fact was a Nerenius. Led you to our basement in the catacombs, upon which an investigation was begun, and after some time, the princess melted through the walls to reveal the catacombs in use by the cult, at which point everything that transpired.
I've had just one thought though. Are we absolutely sure? And I don't want to call into question the characters of anybody here in the clergy, but it was just a few feet away. Are we absolutely certain that no one here knew about what was happening?
Those who knew are no longer with us. Silion was killed. Others were investigated. I've trusted Sylar for many years, and he's ensured that we are certain there are no traitors in our midst. An event like this would have drawn them out, as it did Silion. No others have folded. Besides, we have means of ensuring we know the truth. Xerxes just kind of nods understandingly. So I'm confident there are no others within these walls. But that does not mean there are not others. Indeed. I have ensured that we will be doing our own duties to ensure that this church is protected and no longer violated by the machinations of this most unholy of meetings. I am willing to aid you some of my best guards in order to protect the grounds, peruse entrances and exits, but I of course do not want to pose on the church's autonomy, nor send the wrong signals to those who may be seeking aid. I don't think we'll be needing posted guards everywhere, but if you leave a few men, we can equip them, feed them, and ensure that we have capable soldiers able to protect the members of our congregation if something should happen. It can be arranged easily. Simply convey the details to my men, and they will ensure that everything is arranged as you so desire. Excellent. I'm not sure how much more needs to be immediately discussed, though there are lingering thoughts. I think I have at least a vague idea of what's transpired here, and unfortunately I may know more than you all can provide me. And he gestures to the cultists. Says, in which case, I wish not to waste anyone's time unless anyone has anything further they'd like to discuss. Well, in that case, I bid you all Corellon's grace. And he stands up. Alright. Xerxes is just sitting down, stroking his beard thoughtfully. Alright, Manfeld stands up. Does Grouger want to leave?
Nah,
Okay.
he's just gonna chill.
Okay.
It'd be really funny.
If no one leaves.
No, I just turn to Xerxes right now and be like, "Can I have my book back?"
You could. Do you want to?
Do it.
I kind of do.
Well, go ahead if you really want.
I'm gonna look into him. We're obviously on a first name basis now.
Yeah, okay.
That was first name.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna go.
Xerxes.
That's what I'm gonna call. Xerxes, can I have my notebook back? I got kind of need it for some things I've been writing down. I gotta write a memoir of this guy I met. His name's Ted. You might know him. He was a great warrior, legendary fighter.
I actually did know him. It's a shame that he passed. He was a fine soldier.
I cried a lot.
I think that can be arranged. We have copies, of course, and
What poor scribe just make do that? Their brain melted.
It was not the easiest thing to interpret. Surely. There is one thing that I would like to talk to you about specifically. If you wouldn't mind, Roger.
I'm technically in no position to say no.
You're always in a position to say no. You simply have to meter out the possibilities, the consequences, the morals. But you should never let anyone do something against your own will.
Maybe. So there we were in this like table room, and like this guy was talking to us, and
You tried to continue the.
Oh, yeah. Well, guess what? That's exactly what he was talking about. He was like, now hold on. I was not present for the start of this tale.
Oh no, how did we get here?
The reason I ask is in the midst of everything Ravenna relayed to me, the most notable was the claim you made about the beast at the bottom of the lake.
She goes, I actually wasn't listening to anything she said until she started telling your story. And I was,
Yeah. He says, now, whether you understand it or not, this encounter, if you are being truthful, is actually of very serious significance, historically, politically, and in other ways.
geographically.
Yes, frankly. When you speak of this beast claiming to be a dragon by the name of Catechus, you are being truthful.
Yes.
Alright, that's not a lie, right? Because you're in the aura, you can't lie willingly.
It's the truth.
Well, alright. The bishop says, if you wish to continue discussing, by all means, but I'll be needing my office for some of my own duties. She says,
This is an office?
of course. Yes, it is. You're in an office all the time. There's just seats arranged for you. He says, may we take it into the sanctuary if that is acceptable? The bishop says, aye. Yes, thank you.
It just says, get out of
Alright.
my house.
Yeah, Sila's gonna take the cultists away at this point, and Xerxes gonna go Grouter Pro. Well, I guess you gotta jump down the stage. You gotta go this way. Is anyone else joining Grouter while he finishes the story?
I did a cool jump over there one time.
Yeah. I'm just
Yeah.
listening.
All right. Well, I guess Elion's gonna go with
I
me.
am training to be his assistant after all.
Yeah. All right. I guess Manfeld will tag along too. All right. He sits in the back. Where are you sitting, Grouter?
I don't know.
Okay.
I'm like standing in front of everyone,
Standing in front
actually.
of everyone? Okay. Cool. All right. So, Xerxes says, so, allow me to summarize, as Ravenna is not the greatest as recounting these details, although we had means of ensuring an accurate reconstruction. From my own memory of what I witnessed.
Writer mind.
Well, we have means. Now, essentially, if I follow, you traveled north, found this village of dwarves, after some time encountered an individual with a harpoon mechanism of his own device, strengthened it at the blacksmith, ended up fighting a creature after making your way to the lake, seemingly hitting it, upon which was followed by a whirlpool, losing your goblins. You descended into the depths, found yourselves at a dinner table after a short walk, and this human-like figure, you say, in all black, slick black hair, tells you that he is the dragon Catechus, and begins telling you his life story. This is all correct.
Yeah, pretty much everything there was mostly correct. You forgot their names are Andre and Biggs.
Yes.
That's important to the story.
Yes. Now, if you would continue, after the beast tells you his tale, what exactly transpired next?
You know, they say a beast tells no tales.
All right. This has to be the wildest chain to finish this one shot, technically. This story.
One shot that took 3 sessions.
I just want to recount that this was a story that started being told Saturday afternoon, which was the day that Siobhan was kidnapped, and then in the 20 minutes before a show started during that investigation, you told the Dragonborn's life story in the full 20 minutes. And now we're picking it up in the church after Siobhan has claimed sanctuary, but Xerxes is intrigued because you're telling the truth and the story involves a black dragon, of which he's extremely interested. So, just throwing that out there. And now we're here. And now we have Dalrin, Worcestershire, who's again not going to be played because Freeland isn't here. I mean, we have Brendan. We can give it to Brendan. Brendan, you want a dwarf guy?
I always like dwarf guys.
Great. I think I can send you his stat block. The story, because I don't know if you were here for any of the tellings of it, is that you were on a boat full of like 80 or so people fishing out in Bottomless Lake, and the boat capsized due to a whirlpool, and you were sucked down, and many of your men died. But the ones who survived were taken down and have been ritually killed off by this sadistic dragon who hosts these elaborate dinner parties and torture sessions. And so it's been
They're
a
multi-purpose.
horrifying experience. I don't know if I can unassign.
Is that where I'm at right now?
That is where you are right now. You are in an underground cave beneath Bottomless Lake, in the dark, lit up by bright chandeliers and engraved stone walls and elaborate, beautiful, dark wood furniture, with the most elaborate, delicious banquet imaginable.
And this is a really bad spot to be in.
Outside of the great
That
food and the
has been
comfortable
said.
seats, yes, it's a really bad situation.
Cool.
All right. Worcester has almost no backstory. You can kind of do whatever you want, and I'll just correct you if you're completely wrong. I gotta figure out.
If you're completely wrong, it's the head trauma.
Yeah, that's entirely possible. I don't know
If you're
I can
completely wrong, the
unassign
character
him
just
in general.
dies.
I'm just gonna
So-
send you the link and let me know if you can at least see it, and we'll go from there.
Sure.
I'm gonna put that right here. Jacob is playing Dalrun, and then there are Grindel and Vanessa, who have said very little. Everyone is on the other side of the table of the dragon, except Grouger, who sat right next to him confidently.
Oh yeah, it works.
All right, perfect. Cool. I don't know if you
Oh,
can
I'm a
roll.
Fighter.
Yeah, I don't remember what you are. I think you're a fighter battle master, so you have a few things. I don't think you're going to engage in combat anyway, so it's probably irrelevant. But
I can't roll.
all right, that's
We
fine.
can take this dragon.
I can roll for you if
Yeah, we can take this guy.
But gosh, where even am I? I gotta go back to the Beast's Wake and Bottomless Lake notes. So yeah, the dragon finishes the story and says, "That's essentially it. With no more kingdoms to conquer, it's been a bit of a different game, but I've enjoyed it. It's been a whole different storytelling process. This narrative of the beast has been most exciting, a little contrived, but shocking. Everybody buys it. Of course, the key is leaving little to no witnesses. It was very funny. The individual, what was his name? He came with you, the harpooner. He was quite a shot, by the way. But, of course, he died in the currents. Leaving him as a sole survivor was brilliant, if I must say, because I had done some reconnaissance beforehand, and he, of course, is the village idiot. Or at least is treated as such, though he has quite an intellect, might I say, for a dwarf, of course. It was very entertaining leaving him to spin the tales of his encounters with me, as, of course, no one believed him. But it really did help the mystical aura of it all. Well, anyway, here we are.
You should write a book.
Well, I've been in the process of it, in fact. But it's different having a live, captive audience, shall we say. I find
I'm
it
somewhat
much
of a
more-
writer myself.
Oh, you are. You have your own adventures.
Yeah,
Indeed. But tell
keeping
me,
a little book right here.
most curious. Most curious. May I?
Sure.
Is it the Incomprehensible Journal?
Sure. I mean, it always is.
Okay.
There's only one. So the real question is how many stories have happened at this point?
Probably not.
Because there's
that
only
many.
canonically one.
I think canonically all that's happened is the 8-mana Forbidden Mountain. Because I kind of
Well,
like.
that doesn't mean there's not lies, but
I do like the idea that like this isn't that long after he left the plateau and he wandered around the human world and was like, "This is boring. I want to see what else is out there." And this is the start of his chain of adventures, of wild encounters. So
the third kind even.
of the third kind, but this is of the second kind because it's only the second adventure. That's how it works. It's not how it works. But anyway, the Dragonborn peruses through, because of course he's a black Dragonborn now. He's changed his disguise, and he goes, this is largely incomprehensible, but
Take
interesting.
psychic damage from it.
Nonetheless, very interesting. Something about an ape man and this and that. Yes. I'm sure
Yeah, I'm thinking
it
of
was very
going public,
Indeed.
like my publishing myself.
I was curious. Well, please, if you haven't eaten, I'm sure you must be famished. Enjoy. Dig in. We have an exciting evening ahead of us.
Can I insight or investigation to see if the food is poisonous
Yes.
or
I'll tell you.
drugged?
I'll tell you. In the past meals you've eaten, which you've eaten a few, they haven't been
Oh.
poisoned. So
Okay,
but
I didn't.
there's no guarantee because the things you've seen this guy do are crazy. So it wouldn't be crazy to investigate.
Fair enough.
In which case-
Yeah.
Is it dwarf that we're
No,
eating?
it is not.
Okay,
It is
good.
There's an assortment of delicious meats selectable for you. Lamb, roasted pig, some soups, the different broths, lovely airy bread. It's sausage links, delicious sausage links. Mostly pig and lamb, seems.
You want me to roll for that?
I think I did. I just didn't read it out. You got a 15. So, I mean, it looks
Oh,
like every
sweet.
other banquet he's prepared for you, so you're probably good. It just means you should eat well because who knows what's coming up next. And if you're going to be alive in a little bit.
What kind of food's on the table?
I just described that.
I want to know what types of food. I want to know
Types?
everything.
Alright, you have sausage links, you have the lamb chops, you have the full roasted pig, pork tenderloins, some kind of leek soup, some kind of seaweed, or like kelp soup, very interesting, oysters, clams, a good seafood selection, shrimp, lobster, crab. You have your breads, your baguettes, your sourdough, lots of different goat butter, sea salted butter, which has got a nice tang to it. Then, of course, in terms of your sides, there's a thinner selection. You have primarily like different. There's really just different types of bread. It's almost entirely bread and meat.
I go straight for the meat and
Wine.
seafood.
Yep.
I don't know what seafood is, so I would try it.
You might.
That's crazy.
I think Worcester is
That's
canonically-
wild.
I think he's canonically not from the fishing village.
Oh, okay, never mind then.
He's like from Maine Dwarvendom. He's like that's what he is. He's a disgraced merchant.
I am a terrible merchant.
That is literally your backstory. You're a terrible.
Actually, wait. Am I a disgraced merchant that is good at being a merchant but bad at being a good person?
I think
Or
you're
am I a
like,
bad merchant that was...
I think you're just
like-
a bad merchant because you're a stonemason. You were a
Oh.
stonemason in the main city of Dwarvendom, Sanctum, but well, it's really in Faramane is the name of the Dwarven civilization. But Sanctum is kind of rough, and you were like, well, I'll make a new life for myself after something dispelled from the guild or whatever. I don't remember. But you made a new life out here with the hill dwarves and such who live in this fishing village, and it's a totally different way of life. But you have not had any success. Like, there isn't much stonework here. There's a good amount, so I mean, you could make a living, but you're not really a merchant anymore.
So, I'm a dwarf that likes rocks
Yep,
and selling rocks
yep,
that has moved to a fishing village.
yep.
And then
Very good life choices.
Discovering the joys of seafood.
and then I got caught by this guy.
Yeah,
That's rough.
it's pretty rough.
Huh.
Yep. Alright. Well, you guys have a certain amount of time to eat. So, I recommend doing that. The Dragonborn is going to eat himself.
He's gonna eat himself?
No, he himself is going to partake in the meal set before him. The sausages and the pork loin and yada yada.
He just starts tearing chunks out of your arm,
Yeah.
and I was like,
He's
ah!
crazy like that. Ugh.
Giant, I'm a shapeshifter. I can just grow it back. Watch this.
He could. He could do that.
It's kind of crazy like that.
But, yeah. The Dragonborn continues, and he says, I think I have a wondrous activity that we haven't quite partaken in yet. Should be most interesting to see. So, eat well, don't overeat. I have a fun evening of entertainment planned for us. I think it'll be interesting. Pretty soon I'm gonna need to find a new batch of recruits, though. We're running very low. I expected more survivors, but it apparently, those poor goblins just didn't stand a chance. But, yeah. Anyways,
You should try and pick up some strong soldiers.
I should try to do that. You know, the issue is, I could make my way to where the other dwarves are. It's a bit of a travel. Ugh. It's going to take a few hours. It may not be worth it. Maybe at some point in the future. The village has just proved largely unfruitful in terms of warrior types. But, you know, you must work with what you have, I suppose. Anyways, I'm going to be off briefly. And my butlers can attend to any of your needs. Please eat and be prepared for a thrilling evening of entertainment in just a bit. I'll see you all soon. And he waves his hand, and a giant section of stone opens up and then closes behind him. And the kobolds walk up and say,
Would you like anything, sir? A house
More meat.
wine, perhaps? There is plenty.
You know, this may not be the best situation to be in, but the food is pretty good.
oh, the food is really good.
You can say that again.
Yep, the kobolds are just ready to attend to your every need.
I would like to just completely overeat and stuff myself as much as possible.
Perfect. All right. In which case, you all fill yourselves to whatever your own stopping point is. Worcester's gorging. Is Dalron just going to be comfortably full, or is he really going for it?
I think he's gonna be comfortably full, not
Okay.
overdo it.
Grouger?
Yes. Same.
Okay.
Ditto. Me as well.
Grindel and Vanessa aren't eating much. They're just gonna leave it as it is, mostly. Picking around some of the edges, eating some soup, but not really that much. And so, after some time, when you're all pleasantly full and much of the food has been eaten, the Dragonborn re-enters and says, "All right, everyone, wrap it up." And then he points his fingers, and all the remaining food disappears, and the table completely empty.
Oh, I was gonna eat that.
The music stops, and he says, "I think it's time for our entertainment, if you'd all be so kind as to follow me." And he whoosh, opens up the stone doors again. Are you guys ready to follow him out?
Sure.
Are the drinks gone too?
The drinks are still there.
I'll grab a drink and follow along.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah, I'd like to take a cup.
Yep, go ahead.
I like a cup of Dr.
The
Pepper, bottle of
kobolds
Dr.
will
Pepper with
follow
them.
you. Grindel and Vanessa and Tub all leave. And Tub goes up to Grodger and he says,
I think he likes you, which means you're gonna get the lock cast. You'll see. I've been real quiet, out of eye shot and stuff. He's not gonna pick me. I can feel it. It's gonna be one of you new bloods in it.
he's completely lost it.
He's completely lost it. I'm
Yeah.
noting that down.
Okay. All right. The Dragonborn leads you to a section of stone and says, "All right. Now, if you could all please wait, form a line, actually, however you would. All right. This is kind of important. It kind of isn't. I'm going to put you in a line, and if you don't like your position, I'll allow you to swap with someone else. But this is your position in the line. Kobold's on either side of you. You all happy with this?
Yeah.
Great. All right, the Dragonborn says, let's see, how many do we have? 6, perfect. A D6 will do. Boosh! He conjures a D6 in front of him. He says,
What the heck is that?
let's roll 2 at once. Let's see. Let's see who we have. And then he goes down the line. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Grouder is 1. And he goes, let's see. 1 and 1. Well, step on up, Grouder, my dear man.
Freaking skin me.
Oh
All
boy.
right. Now, this is going to be exciting. If you could, he forms a stone staircase behind him and guides you to walk up it. All he does is make a platform that is, oops, that's a darkness layer. He makes a platform 3 by 3, so 15 feet across, and a staircase up to it. It's about 30 feet high in this cave. And he snaps his fingers and whoosh, some chandeliers across different corners of the room light up and illuminate dimly this area. Are you walking up the staircase to the top of the platform?
Sure.
All right. Excellent, my good man. And I suppose now you just roll one more and see. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 4. 2, 3, 4. What, sir, my dear man? It is your lucky day. I hope you didn't eat too much because you're going to need to be moving around quite a bit.
Sir, I think you miscounted. That clearly says Grindel's turn.
Incorrect, my dear boy. You see, Grodger was 1. You are 2, 3, 4. And so I would like you to step up, please.
2, 3, 4.
I finish my cup.
Okay. You stepping up?
What if I don't?
Well,
You're skinned
it's your
alive.
call.
I say out loud.
Oh, what if you don't? You say out loud. Ha! I don't think that'll happen. You want to step up. Roll a wisdom saving throw.
Yeah. What'd you roll for me?
Oh, yeah, that's right. I gotta do that. All right, I'll do my best. Here we go. At the -1, I rolled a 5. You failed. He has cast suggestion on you. He's a reasonable request. If you could just go on up there, you must oblige him.
Then I go up on there. But I take the cup with me.
Perfect. All right. All right. He removes the stone, and then he says, now, some final preparations, and we'll be good to go. If you'll excuse me. He begins vomiting acid around the arena.
That's freaking
removes
weird.
the staircase, and then says, perfect. All right. Everyone, step up. This will be an exciting show. You all have to watch. I mean, you don't have to, but you do have to.
Can I scoop up acid in the cup?
No, you're 30 feet in the air. You were guided up the staircase, and then he took the staircase away. So you're 30 feet in the air on a giant stone platform surrounded by acid around you. All
Okay.
right. And the Dragonborn says, perfect. Here's how this is going to work. One of you will survive, and the other will die. This is blood sport, one of my favorite human inventions. It's absolutely preposterous.
Hey, pardon me.
Yes.
I have a weird thought, right?
Yes.
So, you said you're doing this for entertainment,
Yes.
but just having at least one of us die just doesn't sound very, what's the word I'm looking for? I actually forgot.
I'm afraid I can't help you on that.
Sustainable. It just doesn't seem very sustainable.
Well, no good thing in life is sustainable. It's a shame.
Life is sustainable.
No, it's not. Everyone dies.
Wrong. Dead.
Correct. And then he points to Roger. I knew I liked you. Now, the rules are simple. The 2 men walk onto the platform. 1 man walks off of the platform. The other one who isn't that one dies.
I
Whenever
throw my
you're
cup
ready.
at Roger.
Okay.
Okay.
Roll initiative.
There's only one thing I can do here. I need my legendary boomerang to aim straight and true.
Yep.
Ooh, 19? Yeah. 16
Yeah.
plus 3.
I can roll on dweebies, but it's not the same.
Yeah, I'll roll. I keep forgetting.
Well, no, I got it.
Okay.
I rolled a wisdom check, which is a +2, which is the same as my initiative.
That works. Initiative of 19 versus Roger. What do you got?
I also got a 19.
Okay.
Ooh!
Well, who has a higher dex? Roger's a +3. Worcester's a +2. Roger's up.
But I threw my cup.
Yeah, that should
that's
count
that
as a surprise
initiative
round.
combat. That's a surprise round. Yeah. All right,
I'll allow it.
gentlemen.
Are we allowed to spectate too, or is it?
No,
Are we just?
You're allowed to spectate.
Oh, okay, we moved up.
Yeah.
Never mind.
No, you're banned, actually.
It's beautiful classical music in the background. I should probably find something else, even though it is really funny. You know what? No, it's really funny having calm classical music play while you guys kill each other. Roger, what are you doing?
I guess. What can I like? Dodge his cup?
Yeah, that's a free action.
Oh.
Actually, you know what? No. I'm giving it to him as a surprise round, and it's an improvised attack, and I'm gonna roll it as such. You got a 23 to hit. It does 4 bludgeoning
Yeah.
damage unless you dodge it.
Use evasion, or whatever it's called.
Uncanny dodge.
Yeah.
Guess I could do that. That's my reaction. So 2 damage.
Yeah. And now it's your
Alright.
turn.
What else are you gonna use your reaction for?
Yeah.
Well, I should have done this earlier. Gotta make like a separate character sheet for like level 1 or level 2.
He's level. Oh, I guess he would be like level 2.
So
Maybe we could say level
Just do
3
level
just so I
3,
have
just
my
so it's easy.
abilities.
Yeah, that's. Yeah.
do we have our weapons?
Yeah, you do.
Oh shit!
What
Oh
does he
shit!
got?
He's kind of goaded. Grudger's probably
That's
gonna
not a
die,
good sign.
which is gonna make this story very funny.
That's not a good sign.
By the way, this was all random rolls. I chose who was in the combat with the 2d6s.
I really thought you were gonna choose Dalrin next, and I was gonna make a joke like, "Oh, I feel like we have something similar between us, but I just can't put my finger at it."
What type of weapon does he have?
He has.
Great axe.
Yeah. Well, no, he has a warhammer and a war pick, but he's using the warhammer, I believe, two-handed.
Oh yeah, Warhammer.
All right. Well, we start the combat the same way we always start the combat.
Deception versus insight.
That's a good idea.
You weren't gonna do that?
All right, I got a 19.
Alright, I'm rolling deception for him. Oh, is that a nat 20? Boom!
All right, you don't need to style on me like that. I only get to use this ability so often. It doesn't matter. All right, so I'm rolling for the boomerang attack. And I got a 9.
Alright. The boomerang doesn't hit him, but it returns to you.
Oh, that is cool. I thought it was in the acid.
Alright.
You know, we never
Dragonborn-
clarified.
Dragonborn
I could just be
says-
very bad at throwing
The
this.
Dragonborn says, a boomerang, a man of class.
I want to say crikey so bad.
Alright, I think Worcester's up, unless you have
You
anything
just
else.
did.
No, that should be everything.
Alright, Worcester, what's up? What you doing?
Each square is 5 feet.
Yep.
I'd like to go up 1 square
Yeah.
and across 3,
Up 1 across 3,
and then
It's gonna put an X on the ground.
I'm gonna take a shove action.
yeah. It's perfect. Okay. Yeah. I'm doing athletics, Roger. You can contest with acrobatics or athletics. I rolled a 20.
All right.
I rolled a 22.
And I did not get that high. 7 plus 9. 16.
You push back 5 feet. Make a dexterity saving throw to grab onto the ledge.
Alright.
DC 16.
I did not. I got a 15, unfortunately.
Roger is immediately vaulted into the acid, and the Dragonborn goes, ooh, over as soon as it started. Oh my goodness. Alright, Roger, you dissolve into the acid as you fall down. On this round, you take.
Oh, I just died.
You take
died.
11 acid damage.
Okay.
Oh, you're forgetting the fall damage.
Oh, yes, of course.
30 feet.
1d10, 1d6 for each one, so 10 poison.
We could argue that the acid broke my fall, Your Honor.
16 feet of fall damage. The acid did kind of break his fall, so sure.
Oh,
I'll reduce that to 8.
I'm so close to death.
I'll reduce it to 8 damage. plus
So there's like
3
18 in
acid
total?
damage. Yeah.
19?
18, sure. I don't remember what that
Alright.
Sure.
I didn't keep track of the acid damage. It left my mind the second I said it.
Alright. That's a
Me
bad
too.
sign.
Alright. Oh, you're up.
Dang, my greatest bit has been ruined.
So funny.
Alright, I fell 30 feet, right?
Yeah.
I can't get back up. I at least crawl myself out of the acid.
Yeah.
Yo, what if I just metagamed a health potion in? That'd be kind of hilarious.
You should do that. Metagame of health potion. Do it.
I'm sorry,
Sure.
Worcestershire, you don't control the narrative.
He doesn't. You take what kind of health potion we talking here?
I don't know. I imagine it's like the crappiest one ever. I'm broke.
Alright, I forget what that one is.
It should be 1d4 plus
Something like that.
a number. I don't know what the plus is. I'm pretty sure it's 1d4.
Might be 1d4 plus 6.
Healing? Is that why I can't find it? Yeah, that's why. 2d4 plus 2.
That's way better.
Find out. That's a 4, and that's a 3. That's a 9 healing.
Okay. It's 21. I'll just write it on my table.
Yeah.
Alright, and then I'm gonna somehow get out of the acid. It's how deep is the pool?
It's only like 5 feet deep.
Oh, okay, so I'll crawl out.
Yeah.
And put a circle in the top left corner.
Yeah. Anything else?
No, that's the end of my turn.
Alright. Dragonborn is gonna say, and Worcester is the winner. Tell me, is he alive? Oh, look, he is. Surprising. Ah, well, in that case, he teleports you back up. Round
Alright.
2. Let's do a best of
That's-
3.
That's where my circle is.
Alright, roll for initiative.
Okay.
Again?
Yeah. It's round 2.
Alright, well, I did worse. 9.
Okay.
I rolled a nat 20.
Alright, you're up.
I know what I have to do.
I'm doing
Yeah,
it.
what is
18.
it?
What did Groudry
What
get?
is my strength plus 3?
didn't roll.
Plus 5 for athletics. I already rolled
Oh, you already rolled
it.
it?
Yeah, I rolled you an 18.
Oh, well, I'll take that.
Yeah.
I got an 11, I think.
Alright, he's gone. Dex save.
This time I'm gonna do great on this one, right? Yeah, I got a natural 20.
Okay, alright, you grab onto the ledge. You're not out of it yet. Roger, you're up.
Okay, I'm gonna pull myself up.
15 feet.
Do I have any bonus actions I can do?
I don't know, actually. Let's check. Bonus action. 2 weapon fighting and second wind. That's it. Healing. If you get hurt.
Oh,
Yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna move to the right square.
Okay, good idea.
Alright, I'm gonna put a circle there.
Okay.
wait, I can action surge.
He can action surge.
Alright,
You can't actually kill Grudger, you
He
know?
totally can.
I really want to.
And
so
hold
funny.
up, it would be really funny.
Yeah.
Imagine
Alright.
the implications if I stare King Xerxes directly in the eye and say I die.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
You know what? I retract my statement. Kill him.
And then he goes, he's not lying.
Yeah.
He looks down at his ring.
He's
Are,
just
we- are we
broken.
are we retconning to where Grodger was hanging
Yeah,
onto the
I
ledge?
should be
Sure.
hanging off the edge.
Sure. All right.
Can I like
Step
I
on
don't know,
his fingers.
stomp his fingers or
Yeah,
something?
we'll just do another shove attack.
Stop
at
my
this point.
fingers.
Athletics, I'm rolling for. Ooh, I only rolled. No, I rolled a 24 for you.
Ooh.
Alright, Groucher.
So it's it's a shove action.
Acrobatics, yeah.
All right, I got a natural 20.
Oh! He's dodging
kinda
it.
crazy.
He's dodging it. He gets back. Oh, he's on the platform now. What's he gonna do?
And I put my circle there.
He puts a circle there. What does that mean?
What's that?
What do you?
What's that mean?
You should check your messages, Brendan. I think it would be really funny.
Oh. Okay, deal. Deal.
All right, well, I already put one there and there, so
You put one at where I'm at?
yeah, that's my first. Well, actually, no. I guess no, I haven't. So I just put one there.
Okay.
All right, and I'm gonna make a stab action, I guess.
He's making a stab action.
Oh, well, I'll do my bonus action to use my greatest class ability ever.
Of course, I'll roll deception. Well, actually, Brendan, you can just roll a straight d20 and that'll be your deception.
Seven.
Great.
Yeah, I got a 21.
He's got
So,
advantage.
Means I have advantage. I
Big
will
bang
then
boom.
roll.
He's got sneak attack.
I will roll my 2 dice now.
huge.
Where's my second die? There it is.
He's big.
Okay. I got a 24.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay. And now I can apply. So it's a 1d4 plus 3. Yeah. Where's my d4? Oh, there it is. 1d4. And then I can roll my 4. I don't even. Oh, well, it would be like 2d6, right? Because that's level 1 sneak attack. There we go.
Yeah.
12. Wait, 12 plus 3. So 15.
Boom! He's bloodied with a single stab.
15.
Boom! The Dragonborn goes, ooh, a reversal!
That's only in the most optimal of conditions.
Same trick won't work twice. Sparta's putting up a fight. Alright, I think anything else? Otherwise, Worcester's up.
Alright, I have nothing else.
Okay.
I'd like to move across 2,
Yeah.
and then I put down my X,
Okay.
and then I
I understand.
and then I'd like to slam him with the warhammer.
You slam him with the
Using-
hammer.
Wait, what did you give me? No. Yeah. Yeah, that's fine. My stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm just hitting him.
Perfect.
It's a +5.
Yep.
Do I have a +5 on baby? My perception.
You can just do math. Well, that's
Oh, it's
not gonna
impossible.
I rolled an 8.
happen. Are you gonna action surge?
I already did.
You did. That's right. Loser.
Um,
Oh.
but I will use my second win.
Yeah.
I'll roll 1d10.
Yeah.
1d10.
That'll be 1
Ah.
plus 3, 6 hit points. But he's healed. He's back to 22 HP. It's a grounder.
Okay. I'm gonna move to the top left square.
Well, that'll provoke an opportunity attack, though.
That's fine.
Ooh,
I'm gonna put my circle there.
it's a +5. Oh, 17.
Oh, I think
That will hit.
Yeah.
I should have 13 AC at this time.
Am I allowed to use a superiority die here?
Yeah.
Yeah. You have menacing attack. So,
Yeah, that's what I was gonna do. Let's
Gardner,
use
roll a
menacing
wisdom
attack.
save.
I'm pretty good at these. That was a complete lie. I got a 7.
Nice. It's a fail.
You are frightened.
Yep. Until the end of your next turn. You do a D10 plus 3 and then plus a D8.
Me?
Yeah, would you like me to roll that?
Yeah.
Alright, easy.
Kabam!
That's a 6. That's a 2 plus 3 is 11. 11 damage.
Okay.
So I would like to go down 2 squares.
Yep.
I'll place my X,
Yep.
and then I'll walk towards Roger,
Yep.
and I really want to shove.
Do it.
Yeah, let's shove him. What do I roll for push?
Your strength.
Yeah, acrobat or athletics.
Yeah, it's athletics or
I rolled a
Acrobatics.
23.
23.
that
Yeah,
sucks.
I
I got a
re-rolled
21.
Boom! Another dex save.
I'm kind of nasty at these actually. Ooh, I got an 8.
Back into the acid.
Alright. Well, I should be down. I only have 11 hit points.
I mean, I'll roll because technically, if I roll all ones, yeah, no, that's well above the margin. Boom! Roger is done, melting in the acid. And Dragonborn says, "Whoa! 2 for 2, Witcher is our champion! Incredible, incredible! Using the same tricks, but it seems to work. Worked just fine. Ah, good show, good show."
Just dead.
Well, I must say,
There's a theme of these stories now.
something about watching that little man just die over and over again is filling me with such joy. Actually, you know what? Let me just he teleports Grodger's melted bones up back into the arena and says, "This is just too much fun. I think we can keep this going. Let me just He pulls out a bag. He teleports up there, and then he goes, "Drink this." And then he puts him back to full health. And he says, "This will be interesting. Now, it's been quite a task. Why are there little symbols on them? What have you been doing? What is this?"
Hey, don't worry about it.
Is this a game within a game?
No.
Oh, was curious.
It's a fight with our lives on the line. What are you talking about?
No. I'm intrigued. I will deduce what it is you are doing. This is a game I'm not privy to. Tell me, what is it called? What is it you're doing here?
It's called a 1v1.
No. I'm speaking of the symbols on the floor. It's almost as if you've marked out quadrants, the sectors, and you're claiming them in some kind of territorial war. It's like real war, but scaled down.
There are no children. There's no gimmicks.
Are we war gamesing this guy?
There are no joke characters. There are no gimmicks. You're playing tic-tac-toe. In the The Dragonborn says, "Very well. Regardless, I am most entertained by this man's grisly death, and you are 2 wins, 0 losses. Let's make it 3 out of 5. Go! Roll initiative."
God damn it.
We're playing the game Exy Circly.
Ooh,
he's
7.
done. Grodger, you got a shot.
I got a 17.
You're up.
Alright. I will use my greatest of techniques.
There's a huge play here. You see it? You doing what
Hey.
you're doing?
Hey, no helping.
You doing this?
That's also not. I guess that is the best. I could do that.
No helping.
But why you? Yeah. You know what? I want to go to the right side,
Oh shit.
and I will do an insight check.
Yep, of course.
Wait, he can do that again?
He can do it every
Yeah,
round.
I can do it every single round.
Yep,
That's cringe.
it is wild.
It's my one thing.
D20.
I got a 14. 11 plus 3.
For reference,
D20, Brendan.
if you were fighting Cagliari right now, she would just have.
You would have died.
Every.
You would have already died.
Let him have this.
If he was playing any other rogue, you would have already been dead.
Assassin rogue. Start of combat, sneak attack. Swashbuckler rogue. Oh yeah? Sneak attack.
you just can't hit me.
Inquisitive rogue.
Hold on, I need you to roll a d20.
Alright, well,
I
to be
got a
fair,
2
I don't
for
think
Brendan.
Scout would have really worked here. Oh, you only got a 2? Alright, cool. So now I have advantage.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stab again. That would be a dirty 20.
Yep.
Yeah, that is.
And then same thing as before. Oh, but way worse this time. 6, 2, 3. So that's 8, 11.
Ooh,
Wait.
damage.
Question: did I get healed, or was it just
No,
Roger?
not at all. Just Grouger.
Hmm.
The cards are stacked against you. This is such a gimmick.
As Grouger stabs Richard through the dragon, boy goes, "Oh, the underdog's coming back." I love an underdog story.
Okay. Well, I'd like to sidestep one up and to the left.
Who was provoke
Oh, wait.
opportunity attack.
Oh, you had him kind of in the middle. Okay, that's my
He was
bad.
on the square, yeah.
Nah, then.
You gonna lay claim where you're at?
Because the rules of our game.
I'd like to go up one square,
Okay.
and I'd like to reclaim.
No. A new mechanic has been introduced.
We've
Reclaiming.
we've
Hold on.
revolutionized
With this, the
tic-tac-toe.
game of tic-tac-toe is forever changed.
It's even more of a standstill now.
No, he's got the upper hand. He's got 2 lanes. This is crazy.
Oh,
I mean, because he could just, as soon as I move, he could just reclaim the spot on one of the others.
Well, are you attacking, or are you just putting down the axe?
hold on, I gotta look. Okay, that's what that does. That's what that does.
Reclaiming work.
He just like spits on the ground, wipes it off, and then writes another one down. I should have made this take like a bonus action or a full action.
I'd like to use a fainting attack.
Oh, he's getting crazy with it. I don't even remember how that one works.
Did you say thinking?
Fainting.
attack.
It uses my bonus action, and it adds my superiority die to the total of the damage
Oh
roll,
yeah, and he just
and
gets
gains
advantage.
advantage.
Fainting attack, crazy. All right, you want me to roll for you?
I can roll it. It's a +5, right?
Yep, with advantage.
Ah, +5 with advantage. 18.
That'll hit.
That'll hit.
Can I roll damage?
Yeah, it's easier that way.
Yeah. 11 plus 3. 14.
14?
14.
Okay. Alright.
Oh shit. And then I would like to move up 1.
Oh, he's moving twice. Things are crazy now.
Alright, grab your.
Oh wait.
Yeah.
Do I still have movement?
Yeah.
I want to move right 1 as well.
Oh.
Okay.
Checkmate.
I mean, can I opportunity attack that?
No, because I think.
No,
you
'cause I
just
stay
moved-
within
you-
5
you
feet.
did stay within 5 feet of you.
Liberal.
Okay. Okay. Well, I guess I'll disengage and move 1 down,
Motherfucker!
and I'll reclaim that square. So, I'll put a circle there.
No,
Put a circle
no.
here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Well. not
No
a good
take
idea.
back.
You know what you should.
Hey,
do?
I know.
You
I
what
already
you should
did
do
it, though.
next?
I'm gonna move to the left,
Yeah.
You should just kill me, man.
Yeah.
and I'll shoot. Oh wait, I have my boomerang again. I'll throw my
do.
boomerang. Actually, did I? How long does this insightful fighting thing last?
Dude, just kill me.
He's trying. He's doing his inquisitive best.
Oh,
How long does insightful fighting last for, dude? Tell me it lasts for like an hour and you didn't read it.
it's for 1 minute.
Ah, it's 10 rounds. 10
That
rounds
is like
with
an
damage
hour.
on one target? That's not bad.
Yeah.
Can be an hour.
Well, that's crazy. I guess it still hits. I got an 18 in total.
Yep.
Yeah.
I rolled 2 12s. Alright, we'll roll the funny dice. 2, 3, 6. So that's 9, 12 plus
I'm dead.
3, 15.
Boom. Worcestershire is down.
With the boomerang.
And the Dragonborn says, "Ah, the underdog has won a round. Amazing display." And then he whisks himself up and goes, "But I see the game within the game continues. This is most curious. Might I play myself? Against you, perhaps?"
Who's he talking to?
Also, well, you're dead, and he's kicking you off and throwing you in the
Well,
acid.
you're dead. So,
He goes, "That's
dang,
enough
you
of
didn't
that.
have plot armor. That sucks.
I've had fun playing with dwarves, but you, I can tell you are a thinking man, much like myself.
I'm a
This
man of average
Game
intelligence.
you're playing, whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. He wipes the stone clean, and he says, "This is a game I would be interested in playing." How much health do you have? Are you at full health?
I have 14 health gone.
Alright, he passes you a potion, and he says, "Here, take this." And he chucks it at you. And it's,
Another.
Are you drinking it?
Sure.
Alright.
Poison, you freaking die!
It's 8 healing, and make a con save.
Ooh, I'm kind of good at these. 10.
You are poisoned.
Just like in real life.
On ability checks and attack rolls. The dragon
Okay.
says, "Excellent, looking better. Now let us do this."
Looking better, I'm like green now.
Yeah. All right, roll initiative one last time.
Okay. 21.
All right, you're up. I'm revising the rules because I think it would be funny. If you're blocking a square, your opponent may not place on that square. Shoving is banned.
Alright, we tried to make.
Shoving is banned. Although it actually doesn't matter. You can't shove me. You're a little weak boy. But anyway, I think that's my main rule. Alright, go. What you got?
Alright, I guess I move to the middle square.
Okay.
I'll place a circle.
Okay. Anything else?
Am I trying to kill him?
I don't know. He's ready.
I'm thinking we're just playing the game, so I'm just
Okay.
gonna play the game.
Okay. Cool.
He stabs you in the heart and you die.
He moves to the side, places an X, and attempts to shove you.
Hmm.
You just said shoving wasn't allowed.
Yeah, I changed
No,
my
he
mind.
he cheats, guys.
Do it. I also cheat. What you get?
I also cheat. I got a 25.
All right, you have not been shoved. He is guarding his
Damn.
X. You're up.
Okay.
What would you like to do?
I'll move to the. I'll move to the left,
Mm-hmm.
and I'll place a circle, I guess, and then I'll shove him.
Okay.
Now observe this greatness.
I actually rolled a 1.
I got a 15.
I failed the dex save. All right.
Well, that was easy.
He teleports back. Yes, yes. Very well.
You win that round, which is only one round, and I am immune to acid damage. We'd go again, but playing the board. Roll initiative.
He didn't clean the board yet.
No, he's playing the existing board.
Oh.
Alright,
Okay, I got a 7.
Yeah, me turn. Boom. Check this out. This move is huge. Shut. What are you gonna do?
He moved into the center.
He did.
Is that the end of his turn?
Yeah.
Really?
I mean, he's stanced up. He's probably taking the dodge action.
Got it. Guess I'll place another circle.
That's where you're at.
Yeah.
Okay. Anything else?
I guess I'll do the dodge action as well.
Okay. All right. He disengages. Wah.
Whoa.
Puts down an X. Wah. And then he's back at the center.
Damn, you got rolled.
I mean... Okay, it's my turn now?
Yeah.
The option is to
Okay.
stab him.
No, because I'll disengage and move to the top left square,
You don't even have to
And-
disengage because everything is.
Sure, fine.
Doing,
and I'll reclaim it. Or,
yeah. You bet.
I said top left. But, yeah, it's
He's
the
the top left.
It
He's the
doesn't
top
matter.
left.
It does not make a difference.
It doesn't make a difference.
Alright. You reclaim. And he goes.
I didn't see the diagonal, so I thought it did.
The
Stupid
Dragonborn
mechanic.
Impossible! Wait, is that allowed?
The ghost just goes, "Yeah."
Is that allowed, Roger? He's asking you a question.
Yeah,
Roll deception.
called reclaiming.
Yeah?
Okay, roll deception's the strongest deception check of my life. Oh, and I got an 8.
Ooh.
Lies! You forfeit!
It's called reclaiming. And the alternative rules.
There are
My
no
skin flayed.
alternative rules. I am the victor. Well played. Well, that was interesting. Now, if you'll excuse me, he shoved you.
I'm bored now. He plays my skin. You know.
He attempts
Oh
to
yeah,
shove you.
I gotta contest this. I got a 21.
I got a 1. I'm doing it again. This time I got higher.
Yeah.
I got no tic-tac.
Oh, you got yeah.
Yeah.
I got a 1 this time.
Deck save.
Kind of nerdy at these actually. Ooh, 12.
Into the acid you go. What do we got? Boom! Acid damage, 13. Bludgeoning damage, 5.
13 plus 5.
Yeah.
I'm down. Wait.
Yeah!
Yeah.
You're melting. Alright. The Dragonborn watches you melt and says, "Oh, that was quite fun. Something about that way he melts into nothing is just enchanting."
So Xerxes, my guy. There I was. Dead again.
Alright. Dragonborn says, I may come back to him. But, what? He makes a staircase. He makes his way down. He drains the acid. At which point, you see a pile of bones in the corner.
Two.
Yeah, two
piles
piles
of bones.
Two piles of bones in the back. And he says, "That was most entertaining. Something about the way he fights and moves is just brilliant. Especially when he gets hit and he's very clearly in intense pain. It's a beautiful thing to behold. The dwarves I feel that I've played with are far too stout and resilient. It's like when you stab them, they just go, "Arr!" They're so manly about it, it's not very fun. But him, he's very clearly suffering, much more enjoyable. I think, actually, I'll bring him back. I have a scroll, I could just...
I like this guy too much.
You're back. You have a -1 to everything. Because you were a pile of bones.
Oh,
Ah, good show! Good show.
I was on the other side.
Yes, it's not your time yet. I'll ensure that your soul doesn't continue leaving your body when that happens. I have means, I think, theoretically. Anyway, what an insightful, delightful day. I'll have to come up with something else, though. I feel like that game would get old very fast. I think I've already solved it. But, yes, a joyous time. A joyous time indeed. Just for the sake of it, so that no one can say that we didn't get good work done today. Grindel! I take him to the melting room.
What? No, you go. What? What is that?
Incomprehensible. Thank you.
He's melted.
Ah, joyous. You know, even though you would think not witnessing someone's death would deprive you of the joy of seeing it, it's a different experience when you focus on the sounds. Listen, listen.
It's
Oh,
burning my skin.
it's like a song, truly. A songbird whose song was cut short by the dissolving of its vocal cords.
Broccoli
beautiful thing.
Island.
Well, that was a productive day, if I would say so. So, I think we'll call it there. It's been a great time. I'm going to retire to my study. Rest up, and we'll do it all again tomorrow. I bid you adieu. Adieu. And he walks off into the darkness.
So I had to get out of there. I looked around, it's all running, and I go, what is happening?
Yeah, where even is?
My skin was burning.
Just recounting this?
I was talking to Dalrin.
Oh, okay. Thought you were recounting the horrors of your torture.
It hurt so much.
Well, I can't really relate
I
there.
told you he'd pick you, didn't I? Oh, it's crazy he brought you back twice.
And he says he's already figured out XE Circle. It's the hardest game known to man.
He's smart in the dragon spot.
Well spoken.
Well, I would kill myself if there were a means of doing it painlessly. Here we are.
Is that like life advice?
No, I'm expressing my own desires. Of course, you'd be free to join me or assist in my suicide. Do you have an easy way out? Poison? Like a painless something? Or maybe just a cleaving of the head. Would that be better? If you do that efficiently. Or no, bludgeoning. Blunt force trauma is effective if it's fast enough. You can crush the skull
This guy to
before you
death
crush
just
it.
on the spot.
I pull out like one of the strongest poisons in D&D
Oh, this
and
is-
just
this
give
is
him
a
the
woman.
entire thing.
This is Vanessa. Do you have a poison?
Oh, it's
No, but
whatever.
I was saying
Can we
for
just
the
beat this troll to
joke.
death? There you go.
It's your call.
Before we even say anything, Dawn just beats her to death.
It's Doran's call.
You just go. Everybody just looks over and goes, "Why did you do that?"
She asked me to.
Because I had to. He was in pain.
Well, during the recounting of your story, King Xerxes just looks on, horrified, and then looks at his ring and taps it to make sure that it's working, and just looks back and goes, "My gods. It's no wonder your mind is in the state it is now." Well,
And that is not the whole story, but part of the story of the beast in the lake.
horrifying. Although I must say it keeps in track with the nature of black dragons as I understand them, have experienced them, and of course researched them. Foul beings, better for nothing than as mindless slaves. But when they possess a mind of their own, they are the most brutalistic and masochistic of rulers. Intriguing. I will hear more at a later time. You two claim sanctuary to this temple, yes?
Yes.
I may visit every now and again to ensure everything is going smoothly. But for now, I think I have taken up enough of all of your time. Although, no, I'll be on my way. All right. Xerxes makes his exit, and his guards follow. And that is the end of the movie. No more movie. Yay! Alright, I'm stopping recording.
Xerxes deserves not to hear the rest of the story.
True. Alright, we're done.